All right, yo, yo, yo! It's your boy Yosh Kid Neo, and we're back with more D&D with the crew.
Um,
All right, let me get some of this good background music. Which one do I want?
so you want me to add that to my book, O Spells?
Not your book of spells. Add it to that book that you found.
What is
It
this
is.
Overwatch?
I know, right?
Oh, you want me to add it to the?
Yeah, it's a book that you found from Odrix. So it's not a spell that you have. You haven't learned it yet. But once you yeah,
okay.
once you read it and do the whole, it's a level 1 spell, so once you take 2 hours and 50 gold, uh you'd be able to cast it freely. But anyway, so the last time we left off, you guys had gone down into this random ass cellar that appeared after placing specific objects.
Hold
Oh
on.
dear.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm gonna mute him for a second. Tell me when he's done making noises. Anyway, so the last time you had placed specific objects in the hands of the statues inside the library. After you had done so, the trapdoor appeared in the middle of the library that led down into the basement of the library. Inside of this basement was what looked to be a dark room because it was dimly lit with candles, and it had books everywhere. There was also a table with a robed figure sitting at it, and this robed figure, after you conversated with him for a little while, revealed himself to be Rixa. You weren't able to see his face, but you do know that he is a studier of the arcane, and Jeff was able to trade the book titled History of Nagex with him for his spell book, just for a couple hours so that he could read through it and see what was going on with Nagex and who this bitch is. So, that's pretty much where we are at this point. So, yeah, you guys are outside of that trapdoor area. Jeff and Redraig, you two were the only ones that went down in the cellar. So when you come back up, you'll be able to tell everybody what's going on.
Sorry about that, Brady.
No, you're good.
Okay.
I take it Callahan just bust into your room.
Yeah, he got some new furniture. Wanted me to help move it.
Ah.
Okay.
Alright, I just went through the crash course of what happened last time. So, you did some things to a statue. You opened up a secret door. You went down there, met a dude. He claimed that he had a book with a history in Nagex. He traded it to you for the use of your spellbook for a little while.
Does he still have it?
He does.
Oh, okay.
Because he told you to get out of his study while he transferred all of your spells to a blank book.
I remember that.
So now you're up there, upstairs, and you haven't read this History of Nagex book yet, because this is only, a minute or two after you have reemerged from that study.
Okay.
And you and Fredrag are the only two that conversated with Rixa, so you two are the only two that know of his existence.
Me and the large orc guy.
No, that's Dravorkin. Fredrag is the bard, played by
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Begin!
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another another session of me telling you what the fuck is going on.
Well, Jeff can do it too. He was down there.
Yeah.
Headed off by our friendly wizard Jeff.
GF.
My
So
name is
we
Jeff.
went down. We went down to the basement, the dungeon, and there was a strange old man that lived there. He has been living here for quite some time. Been taking tomes from the librarian. and he had some history in Nagex, so we got that, and we got a free spell. That's
Nice.
about it. Also, my spell book is gone for a while. He's copying it, so I'm kind of useless right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, really useless.
But we got this cool new book.
Yeah.
Yes. So, what did y'all learn about Nagex?
Absolutely nothing because we
have
have not
not
read the
opened
book
it.
yet.
Technically, you haven't read it. So,
Okay. Okay.
what we can do is we will say in game time it takes about an hour in order to read it, which just so happens to be the amount of time that the gentleman in the cellar needed to transfer all those spells from your book to his book. In that hour, the helpers come up to each one of you, and they all hand you a broom.
Oh, hey guys.
So as they hold out their hand in this hour with brooms and mops, Odrix looks at all of you and says, "Oh yes, it looks as if you guys have made a terrible mess and they refuse to clean it up. And I do say you should clean it up. You don't want to make these little guys angry after all."
What happens when they get angry?
Oh, you wouldn't like them when they get angry.
Okay.
Okay.
I wanted to make that reference.
I know you did. He left it wide open. I had to do it.
I'll just start with these cooking supplies, and we'll get going.
I'm just gonna use some stealth and run off and hide
Jesus.
while you guys
Okay.
do everything else.
So as you try to
Okay.
stealth away, they are able to stay on your trail.
Really?
Ah, poo! Seriously, with the 20? God.
Wow. Get wrecked.
That's great.
Well, you gotta
I
think,
tried.
there are like 12 of them, and they all saw you standing there and try to walk away. So he just followed
Shit.
you.
Alright, so
Awesome.
He holds out his
Start
hand
What are we
again,
cleaning up?
Everything.
Yeah.
just for a little hour. 15 minutes into it, the little helper goes up to Jeff and takes away his broom. And then he nods at him and then continues to brush off everything else.
Oh, thanks,
Everyone
little
else
guy.
still has their broom.
Oh,
And then as he looks at Jeff, he points at the book.
Which book? The
The book of
Nuggets book.
Nagex.
What do you want this? I open it up.
You hold up the book.
Show it to him. Yeah, hold up the book.
So he looks at it and he points at it again.
I need this. You can't have this. I put it back in my bag.
So he points at it and then he goes and grabs a book and he starts flipping through the pages.
Okay. I do. I pull it out and start flipping through the pages as well.
And then he starts to nod his head and then he walks off.
Okay. Okay.
Oh.
I start to read it.
What a funny guy.
He picked up on the cues. Okay.
Cleaning the floor. Cleaning the floor. Cleaning the floor.
So as
Uh,
you guys are
Cleaning
cleaning,
floor.
and as Dief is reading, Odrix comes by, and he looks at you, Dief, and goes, "Oh, what book is that? I've not seen that one before."
No, there's nothing. Just a book I had, on me earlier.
Oh no! Let me see. I would like to see if I could make a copy.
No, it's okay. It's a little personal. It's a family diary,
Oh, but I showed you my Kobold erotica.
Barking.
No, that wasn't me. That was the other guy.
I'm gonna go figure out why the dogs are barking.
Okay, go for it. Listen, if you're going to bring a book into a library, you should share it with other intellectuals like myself. So please, let me just look at a few pages.
Hold on. I don't have my spellbook on me. I'm useless. Shit.
He holds out his hand and smiles at you.
I show him the Goblin book.
Oh
I'm sure
no,
you
I
guys-
know you were not reading the Goblin book. This one has different colored pages. Please, the book that you were reading.
I use my scroll of confusion.
All right.
What if
So,
he wanted
and you
to
do
a
know your scroll of confusion is a single-use spell, right?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure you know before you use it, and then go, did I really want to do that?
I show him the book. Or, yeah, show him the book.
As you show him the book, music stops. Oh. Oh my. And his voice sort of drops, and he looks at you, and you can tell he is very much afraid. Where did you get this?
I think you know where.
What do you mean? I have never seen this book in my life.
Shit.
Please tell me, where did you get this?
There's a man in the basement, if you didn't know.
A
Your basement.
man? I've been down
basements?
there thousands of times, and I've never seen anyone.
He claims you give him books all the time, and there's an arrangement between you and him to live there.
Do you recall his name? Your character does recall his name, and as he starts to speak it, the R starts to roll off the tongue, but you're not able to speak the rest of the name as if there is something controlling your speech from afar.
Rip.
Dang.
So it starts with an R, but can you please tell me the full name?
I try to write it down and give it to him.
As you write the name, you write the R, and something is not allowing you to move your hand from afar. Is his name just R? Is that it?
Arr!
No, it's not. Seems like. Hold on. I do a check.
Not sure.
See what's going on.
So you're trying to figure out why you're not able to speak this name, and you're also trying to figure out why you can't even write this name. And you can tell that there is a very, very powerful magical source nearby that is preventing you from revealing this name.
So I think it has to do with something with the man in the basement. He may have cursed me or charmed me. I can't
I'm
really say his
telling you,
name.
there is no man in the basement. I will go down there myself.
I don't think you should do that. Hold on.
He starts to walk
This
towards the
should be
door.
interesting.
Yeah.
I stand there and watch.
Same.
Okie dokie, I'm going to go see the big bad boogeyman.
Oh man, this is gonna be great.
I take off the thing off the mount, the wall.
Alright.
Oh.
So as you do that,
I wanna see what had happened.
the trapdoor vanishes. Odrix looks at you and goes, "Whatever are you doing? Let me go back to my cellar and see what you are finding down there. I'm pretty sure you're confused."
I don't think it's safe.
Not safe? What is there, a rat?
You're going. I don't know what's down there. It's obviously influenced your mind. It's influenced my mind as well. I don't think you're safe here.
Influenced your mind? Interesting. It sounds like he knows some magic tricks that I don't know. Ooh. And he starts to sort of tap his fingers together as if he's very visually excited.
Someone else help out here.
Hey, Odrix, I have a magic trick for you.
Oh, no, I don't care about your magic trick. I want to
I
see...
snap my fingers and I immediately make his coat thing exceedingly dirty.
Oh, what is that smell? It's worse than fish. Woo! Oh, dear. Little helper, and he points to one of them. Please dispose of this. And this little helper right here takes his coat, and he goes over to a fireplace that you can't see, but it exists right here. He lights it up, and he throws the coat in there, and then goes back. As the coat is burning, the stench. Think of a Febreze sprayer, and that is happening all around so far. Oh God, that is worse. We must open up. We don't have windows. Damn. He goes up to the library door and he opens it up. Now, helpers, do not pass this threshold. You remember what happened to the last one? And then he comes back and says, hopefully that will air out soon. Otherwise, oh dear, we might as well burn this place down for sure.
I mean, he
Now,
might get his wish.
I
Right.
do not know your name, wizard, but if you could please open up the trapdoor and show me what it is that you have been talking to.
Let me do this. Let me cast Detect Magic real quick and see what I can find.
Okay.
And you have it not learned or prepared, correct? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it'll take roughly about 10 minutes, and in this 10 minutes Odrix
like-
is
Hold on.
huh?
We both have a wand of detect magic or whatever. Like as a
Well, only
wizard,
one
I-
of you has it. But yeah, you do have the wand of detect magic.
I guess I can use
Oh,
that.
okay. If that's gonna be quicker, then let's go ahead.
If you
Yeah.
look, Jeff, I believe I put it in the bio. No, I didn't.
It's under core. It's
There. Oh yeah, there it is. So that's what the wand of detect magic does.
so. Let's use it on. I'll use it twice. Use it on him.
On
And use
Odrix.
it. Yeah, use it on him first.
So you you use it on Odrix, and you can tell this man has never cast a spell in his life, nor has he ever held a magical item willingly.
Willingly.
Other than that, you don't detect any other type of magic emanating from him. What was the other charge?
Should I use it on myself, the book, or the guy downstairs? I'm asking the party.
What are you trying to do?
Well,
I
obviously
use-
there's some magical shit going on downstairs. I mean,
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I just don't
you
want him
can't even
going
say
down there.
I mean, if you can't even say the name. So
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
obviously the guy downstairs.
I think
Yeah,
it's trying to prevent you from telling this guy.
Yeah,
much
what that
information.
is.
right.
And if
Why
you
is he trying to do that though? That's the question I would like to ask. Why is he like make sure that he's hidden from this from this dude? I mean, the guy's-
As you do recall, though, when you were talking to him, and Jeff asked him, "How long have you been here?" and he said he's been here for years, but nobody knows it. And as of right now, he's kind of proving that to be true. Nobody knows of his existence right now except for Drake and Jeff. At
I
least
thought
that's
he
what
had
you
a-
know of.
I thought he had a deal going with the library.
Yeah, I thought they were like.
He
passing
said
books or
that.
something.
He said that might not be true, or just altered his mind or something. Okay.
Maybe it's like some kind of myth around town about this like magical being, and no one thinks it's true. You think that could probably be it, and then like this myth is an actual real thing.
Yeah, I mean, it could be one of his living myths that's like masking its own presence here. Do we just want to let this guy go see the thing downstairs,
I mean,
or
that would be natural selection at its finest, right
Oh,
there.
please do open the cellar. Let me go take a look.
okay?
What's
I need
the
to get my book
worst that
anyway.
could happen? I could die, I guess, by falling and snapping my neck, but let me tell you, I used to climb trees when I was a kid.
Odrix, how old are you now?
Oh, I am 72. I'm
Okay.
still young at heart.
Uh,
The other day, I got a chocolate milk with my lunch. It was delicious.
Hey, I go up to these little guys. Hey, you, all you guys. You want to keep him alive, right?
The little
Yes or no?
helpers look at you and they just
Yeah.
continue staring at you.
Okay, then I don't give a shit. I go over here, and if no one has any objections, I'll put the thing back and the door open.
oh, wait a second.
Go for
Wait a
it.
second.
Odrix?
Hold on, hold on.
Odrix? Me? Yes?
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, so I don't really know exactly what's going on, but I trust my wizard friend to, like, this is probably something you shouldn't be too curious about because we don't know about it, and
I
there's a
don't know
lot of
what you
magical
don't know
stuff.
about. It's a cellar full of books that don't matter anymore.
Uh,
I
there's
put them
something-
there myself.
There's something down
Oh,
there that
okay.
you don't know about.
No, there could
That
not
makes
be. I live here, and I know exactly what happens, because my helpers do not have to go to bed. So,
Well, you
there
know,
are my eyes and ears through the night, and no one has come through here in, like I said, 50 years. Besides myself, and that one mysterious man that I don't remember his name.
yeah. So,
What about who's this
old people
mysterious
can
man?
kind of forget things sometimes, or like get too comfortable and complacent. So, I would just be careful about.
How rude! I have the memory of an elephant, and Anara, it's the man that helped me make these creatures, remember? I told you when you arrived.
Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing him leave. And I don't remember him walking in now that I think about it. Who was he? How did the helpers even get here? Indeed.
I think it's that. I think we have some coincidences here that aren't really coincidences. So I believe the man in the basement is the person that made all these things and that you met a long time ago.
What man?
Okay.
There is
Someone else
no
take
man.
this.
Please, open the trapdoor.
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Going once,
I don't
Going
care about
twice.
this guy too much.
Let's just do it.
30 times. Put the thing back on the
Okay.
statue.
So, as the ground begins to shake, as the trapdoor reappears again, Odrix leans into Dravorkin to speak to him in his ear. And he's like, in all honesty, I didn't even know that you could do that. That is really cool.
I don't like this at all.
So, as he says that, he goes to the trapdoor. Okay, I'll be right back. And he flings
Hold
it
on,
open.
I grab him as he goes down, and I'll help you down. Okay.
I do not need help. I'm not old and senile.
Yes, you definitely are.
Yes, you are. You are both of those things.
That's debatable.
Anyways, as he climbs down there, if you could you hand me a torch? I can't see.
I use the can you use your hand with light kind of thing and just follow it down with them?
Okay,
His
I
mage
do
hand? Okay. Ooh,
Yeah, the
another
candle.
magic trick. That's so cool.
that.
And then he goes down there, he steps on the floor, and he looks around. See? No hooded figure.
We follow him down as well.
Jeff,
Yes.
as you step down,
Also
you
follows
see
down.
Rixa sitting, still copying your book.
Okay.
She's just ignoring it.
Wait, have you been an hour yet? We're going to 15.
It's been an hour, so he's finishing up the last part.
Okay.
And as he finishes up, he sees Odrix and Jeff sitting there, and he turns around, and then you hear, but you don't hear it with your ears. You hear his voice. Why did you bring the old man down here?
I think in my
Answer
head.
me!
I think in my head, because he can probably hear me in there. He kind of just followed us. He's very persistent. We
I
can
heard
really.
the whole conversation. He has no idea of my existence, the way it will remain. Now, make him exit before I deal with him myself.
Can he not see you?
Odrix looks in the direction that you were looking, and I just see a stool and 2 books that weren't there last time I came here.
Oh, well, so in the, I guess the family Alzheimer's is kicking in early. I
Must
guess
be,
let's go
but
back up.
in all
Yeah.
honesty, I think you should see a doctor. And
I'll do that.
And as he's going up, he looks over. Ooh, Playboy! And he grabs a magazine and goes up the ladder. Also, there was no Playboy. It's a Play Bunny, I guess, maybe. It's like elven magic or something at its best. I don't know.
Okay, so since he's gone, I turn back to Rixa and say, so you done with the book yet?
Yes, I am. And where is my book?
So I read the history of Nigex, so I should know it all.
Yes.
Since I have extra paper and whatnot, say I transcribed it in that time as well.
Yeah. So
Okay.
just deduct 2 of your scrolls, 2 of your
Okay.
pieces of parchment that you have,
I shall do that.
and then Rixa, not Nagex, he's not Nagex. Rixa holds out your spell book and holds out his other hand, ready to receive the history of Nagex.
Okay. I bring out the history of Gex and I
Exchange.
do the exchange. Yeah.
As you exchange, he looks at you. Remember, no one but you and that little dragon boy will know of my existence. From now until the end of time, will not be able to speak my name. Write it down or sign language it.
Dang it. They want the loophole.
And if you try too many times to reveal myself, I will come after you, and I will know where you are. Other than that,
Understood.
thank you for the exchange and spells. You be safe out there.
Another question for you.
Yes.
Will you be here in the future, and could I make more trades with you?
Perhaps it depends on what you find and if I am of interest.
Okay.
All right, so I'm still upstairs, right, on the ground floor. I'm gonna like lean in, like knock a bit, and think to old boy, like, hey, how important is this library to you?
Yeah, because they're about to tear it down potentially very soon.
They can try, but they will not succeed. My helpers will not stand it.
Oh, cool, your helpers. Okay, bye.
Question: how did you make them, and is this something you could teach us?
Bring me back something valuable, and I will explain.
I got a iron diadem, the iron tiara thing. I offered that to him.
He looks at it. I do not want trinkets. I want knowledge.
We still have that large canister of water, right? The barrel. Is that the green water or the holy water?
Dvorkin should have the barrel, and I believe it's green. Yeah.
Okay. I have a small vial of green water on me. I offer that to him.
Where did you get this?
In a ancient crypt. That Nigex actually came from.
Is this the one in the Red Sea?
Yes, it is.
What was your question again?
How did you make those?
I call up to Dragonborn. Hey, what exactly do we want to ask him? What is this, water, or how do we make these minions, these little helpers?
Where did the water come from again? Was it from that, like...
Nigex temple. Burial place.
I mean, the helpers thing is pretty interesting.
Yeah, the green magic is the pool that you guys took samples of, but you didn't use it for anything. The blue magic was the one that you used to purify that sword that you have.
Right now he's looking at the green one?
Yeah.
Yes.
I have the blue one.
And we only get one question?
I mean, is there any way we can go back and get more of that blue water?
I'm sure you
I have
could.
some of the blue
We
water.
could, it'll take a day.
Yeah, but okay. So we have more of the green, we can just give to him. He doesn't seem like the type to really do anything.
So he grabs...
I'm gonna clean the hallway. Yeah. Try to clean the hallway, so I would not recommend wearing socks. I'll be okay. I thought, yeah. Thank you.
What?
Did you get your socks?
I do. I have them, but okay.
All right.
Okay, that was interesting.
That was his roommate.
Your roommate's cleaning. He got a carpet cleaner, and the dog has been doing stuff all over the carpet. So.
Oh dear.
Kinky.
Anyway, he looks at you. If you do not have anything, I would like you to leave.
Well, we do. We want to ask, how do we make these minions? What are they? And how can we use them all?
Hand me the vial.
I hand him the vial.
These minions were created with necromancy. Something you would not understand, or your people. But maybe I could teach you something in the future.
Are you
At
saying
a
I could learn it in the
price.
future?
Yes. It
What would
will
that-
break your morals.
Kinky?
If it's worth,
Question mark?
if it expands my knowledge, I'll do it.
It would, but you don't have anything to trade for that knowledge right now.
Okay, so at a later date I can come back.
Yeah. At this point, he doesn't look as if he's going to be moving at any time, so you should be able to come here and chat with him and see if you find any other things that you would like to try to trade with him for more knowledge or spells that he has.
Does he just take that green shit?
Yep.
But okay, I guess.
You wanted to ask a question, and that was the price.
You're not wrong. Okay.
Now, one last thing I will tell you. To begin your journey with this type of magic, I recommend going to a place in the northeast of the sea. Let me figure out what the name was. I forgot just now. I had a
Where
name
is
for
my
this place.
knowledge?
It is called Bleakfen, Mire. Powerful magic resides there. And there is a missing page that I did not show you from the history of Nagex that leads to that location. But with this vial of liquid, you have earned yourself that much. Now, please leave.
Thank you. We'll come back some other time.
Looking forward to it.
And we head up the stairs.
As you do that, he turns around and grabs another book and starts scribbling, but you don't know what. As you emerge back from the trap door itself, like the whole contraption starts to move and rumble, even though none of you have moved the book or the wand from the statue. And as you look over, you can see that they are floating in the air near the statue for just a brief moment before they drop to the ground.
Okay, go pick those up. My thing's being funny. I can't really see the characters or anything.
Interesting. You might want to just reload the page.
Yeah, I have been. I'll just open the window.
Well, that's weird.
Okay. Yeah, so I go over and pick those things up.
Okay. One of
Might
them
wanna
was
keep
just a
this on.
random book. The other was that wand.
I will keep both.
Okay. Which, let's see, is your... I'm going to put in your bio, the wand of detection, and that you've used 2 charges.
Should I use 2, or do we only use 1?
You used 2. Or wait, did you not? Yeah.
No, I don't think we use the second one.
Yeah,
'cause
never
we're
mind,
like,
you
wait a
did
second.
use only 1. So, alright, at this point, now you have a new lead. You have the history of Nagex, which basically tells of Nagex, and she was born into royalty, into an elven kingdom. She had a younger sister who was devoted to the gods that they worshipped, a older brother who was a Knight's Guard and very loyal to the crown, and Nagex herself, who was a powerful wizard. She showed signs of arcane abilities and stuff at a young age, and eventually ran off on her own to learn, or to give herself more power because she had such a desire for it. Years and years passed, and she finally returned, but she was not the same person anymore. Her kingdom didn't recognize her. They didn't know who she was, but she was able to dethrone the current leader and become the queen of this kingdom. And she ruled as if she had always ruled. No one knew that she had never been there. They all figured, or they all had fixated in their minds that she had always been their ruler. Even the oldest of the elves, who were older than she was, had always known her as their ruler. Eventually, her power became so great that the other races band together. Oh dear.
Shut it off.
The other races banded together to form an alliance to try to take her down, and ultimately they failed. But then the gods intervened, and they had to use most of their power in order to seal her for eternity on a whole different plane of existence. Which is why nowadays the gods don't seem to ever be there, because their power has been drained and they are still recovering. At least that's what the book said. And then it also speaks of before she was banished, she had sent a message of magic to a little island off of, or in the middle of the Red Sea, not far from the mainland, an elven kingdom. And the message pretty much was, it wasn't words, but it was the yearning and the desire for the elves to rule all. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, go outside.
Which place, Jeffrey? The place that the dude Rixa talked about? Yeah, it's to the northeast, so you'd have to cross the sea in order to get to there, or you can travel on foot. Traveling on foot would take a week to get there. Traveling by sea would take 2 days.
Okay, real fast. Those 6 pebbles, stones, or whatever, let me see. I'll detect the magic on them.
Please do.
Let me...
I hand you the stone.
And I will find that thing to do the thing.
Click the
The
button.
wand of magic detection, or
No,
do you want to wait 10 minutes? Are you using your...
I'll use Arcana first.
Okay, so as you look at these stones, you can definitely tell that they're imbued with magical properties.
Okay, I use one of the wands. I use one of the wand charges.
Alright. So as you cast the wand on it, the runes on the stone start to light up.
Oh shit!
That's exactly the sound they make.
As they light up, you're holding one of them while Inara is holding the other, and you're thinking to yourself, what is it that these stones, what do they do? And Inara looks at you and says, I don't know. You're the one that's looking at them, except for Jeff was thinking these thoughts. He was not saying them.
Oh.
There are 6?
Yeah.
Yes, there's 6 of them.
As you say that, Adeline looks over and goes, Inara, no one was talking.
Oh.
Alright, so Jeff hands one to every person, so everyone's holding the stone in their hand. Adeline thinks to himself, why would we need this stone? Which you all hear.
I think, well, this could definitely be useful.
And then Adeline looks over at Jeff and goes, hello to you too. Wait a second, I didn't see your mouth move. Telepathy stones, hold on one sec. And then he closes his eyes and he covers his mouth like forcefully, to where you can tell that it would take a great force for him to move his mouth, and he thinks Odrix is a dirty old man. And you all hear it.
I
And
giggle.
start
Anara,
laughing uncontrollably out loud.
By the gods, these are telepathy stones.
About what's his face knowing.
That could be very powerful. So Jeff, or actually everybody, if you want to write into your items that you have a sending stone.
Okay.
Well, that ended up being useful. So can we turn these stones on and off? Do people always know your thoughts?
That has yet to be discovered yet. You will have to find that out.
Find it out the hard way?
Yeah.
Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna think at the stone a mental image of one of the wenches I have slept with.
So you think of this image, and everyone just sits there normally.
Damn. I'm visibly disappointed.
What did you try? Free Drake.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, neat. Is that chai?
No, it's a green tea.
Ooh.
Because it'd be too.
I can dig that. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
You're the best. Always. It's D&D. It's the best game
Is
ever.
everyone...
Everyone but Bill. I think he's helping Stella.
Tell Ingrid I said hey.
Tony says hello.
Hi, Tony.
Did you hear her, Tony?
Yeah.
Dope. Jeffrey also says hi.
Hi,
but...
Jeffrey.
He says hi.
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 Yeah.
You guys having fun?
Oh, yeah. They just found some neato stuff.
Yeah.
So, alright, so what is next, everybody? Thanks, babe. A while ago.
I'm going to visit Mildred.
Mildred?
Yes, the halfling girl.
Oh, that lady.
Yeah.
That lady who overcharges for everything.
The one that Nara stole shit from.
Yeah.
Let's refer to her
She
like that.
commits highway she robs everybody with her prices, so I am justified.
So your magical bag, Jeff, I guess your character pulls it out and examines it, and you still don't really know what it does. You haven't really figured it out. Because you haven't really done anything except for discover that it does have magical properties. For Drake, at this point, it is in the middle of the afternoon.
Yes.
And Mildred has opened shop a couple hours ago and is at her front desk. Jeffrey, as you put the wand over it, the final charge has been used, and you notice that it seems that you could put anything and everything, up to a certain amount of course, into this bag, and it doesn't weigh any different than it did as you put it in. You determine this by going around and stuffing your bag with books and books and books. Books that, as you picked them up, were hard enough to carry, and as you put them in the bag, it does not weigh a thing.
Is it the bag that the stones came in?
No. The stones came out of a different chest.
Oh, yeah. Bag of holding.
You take cleaning supplies.
Does he just leave those random books in there? That'd be hilarious.
Okay. So he takes one of the barrels of cleaning supplies, so he can have this one. So, Jeff, what I'll have you do is I'm gonna make a separate thing on your character sheet. It is gonna be under the features and traits, and it is gonna be called Bag of Holding. I will put I will put the description of this bag, and then what I'll have you do is every time you put an item in the bag, I'll just have you add it to the description of that thing with like a little tick mark. Oh, hold on, don't do anything right now. Let me get this all. There it is. Let me pretty it up. So yeah, you figured out this about it. And then since you can't speak, we'll just say that your character told the party about what they found. Alright, now for Drake, you are at Mildred's.
Hi, Mildred.
Oh, hello, dear.
I need some, I guess, what even counts as medium armor? Like, shit, I don't know. Chain?
Chain. Like...
Is that medium
to
armor?
Hold a dog?
I mean, chainmail?
I'm looking for some armor that's a little bit more durable than what I have now.
Oh, let me look. And as she looks through her wares, well, I do have this rather rough leather hide armor. It's pretty heavy compared to the armor it looks like you're wearing. I also have, I have this chainmail shirt.
Chainmail shirts. How does it look?
Well, it
Like,
looks to
how-
be in good shape. Asking price is $225.
$225.
And the hide is $120.
I thought all of her stuff was like 1,000.
Well, the stuff that you were looking at had magical properties. These do not.
Huh.
Also, Dan, what do you want to inquire about at Mildred's? I'll take it also at this point everyone's pretty much done at the library.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
As y'all leave the library, Adam looks to you all. Well, we have most of the day ahead of us. If you guys are going shopping, I'm going to go to the temple. So if you need me, come and get me. And he heads off.
What does Mildred have to offer again? Just armor and
She has general. It's like a general store. She has
okay.
everyday items, but she also carries armor and weapons that come through from travelers and traders that she barters with.
Okay. Also, when I cast spells, I need like items. Like, how do that work?
How do that work?
Yeah,
How do that work, Jeffrey?
that's what I'm saying. Like, I need like a pearl in like 50 gold pieces. So I need to like just get that out of my inventory every time I use that spell, or what do?
So depending on if the spell description, so the spell description for them, if it has materials, typically those materials you just need to have them on your person, like as you cast the spell in order for it to work. That's why you have that component pouch. So
Yeah,
all
I
the
don't
spells, all the spells that you have currently that are level 1, all of your components are definitely in that.
Okay.
Your level
Does it
2
ever-
spells though.
Nuh-uh. I don't really.
Let's see. As of right now, I'll just go ahead and say that everything that you need except for Detect Magic. Detect Magic is the only spell that you have that you don't have the resource for, and that's because Anara has it. But you don't know that. It's
the
a pearl.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Dan, she says that she will sell you all of those components for 25 gold. So, dearie, do you want this chain shit?
I don't really have 225 gold at the moment.
How much do you have?
100.
Is that really all you have to offer, dear?
And a bunch of other stuff in my bag.
Ooh, like?
Got a sword. You got a dagger. I also have my leather armor I'm currently wearing. Let's see.
Tell you what. You give me the sword, the dagger, and the leather armor, and let me watch you change into armor, and she winks at you. I will give it to you for 50 gold.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Alright, so, does this count as a performance check?
Yeah, go ahead and perform, dude. It'll be a dance performance, which I don't think you, are proficient in, huh? Well, I guess
No.
yeah, it doesn't, you're proficient in performance, so.
Oh gosh.
Click. Do I do a public or a whisper roll?
You can do either, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, so how do you want to perform?
What would have been hilarious is if you bombed it.
You gotta talk about it. How do you do this? paint me a picture with your words.
So let's see. I don't. No, what was I currently wearing? Do you have any ideas? I know I'm
wearing leather armor. Other than that, it's just brown, leathery looking armor.
Alright, so I'm gonna slowly and seductively,
Okay.
tie each of the things that are like holding the leather armor in place.
Are there things? What do you mean?
Like, I don't know how the armor is put together.
So it's pretty much.
I'm assuming it ties together at somewhere.
At some point. So like the pads on your arms and your legs and stuff, the chest piece portion and the pants portion are different, and they don't necessarily attach to each other.
Okay.
But you pretty much tie the arms and the legs portions to either the torso or the pants in order to keep them there.
Alright, I got it. So let's see. What's the layout of the shop?
So when you walk into the shop,
in relation to me?
She's behind the counter. When you walk into the shop, there are shelves on the left and the right. There's a separate room to the right that has the weapons and armor that she currently has to trade. And then the rest of the shelves are general merchandise. And then there's 2 large windows and a door.
Okay. So, first, I'm gonna take off. So, the arm's attached to the torso, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, Frederic first takes off, like, both of the arms and sets them onto the counter. And he leans in close to Mildred as he starts to take off the torso.
And then if you want to have like an undershirt on, if you were wearing one, you can have it. It'll just be sweaty. Decisions,
yes.
I think in my head,
he takes off.
If you take all of it off, you might get an even better discount.
He takes off the armor, revealing his bare torso.
Alright. As he's taking that off, Mildred's, ooh, ah! And then she jumps over the counter and runs and opens the door. Sorry, we're closed! And shuts the door and pulls down all the blinds. And then stands back on the door as if she's trying to keep anybody from coming in. She's like, where were we, dear?
Okay. I cast grease on him.
Can he do that?
Oh, neat. Thanks. I mean, no, he's not in there.
Oh. Yeah, we're all at the place.
You're at the place, but you're not in there.
Grease.
Oh.
You were
The
sure to
only
sell
the only
outside
two
currently.
people, yeah, the only two people that walked in there were Dan
Okay.
and Ferdraig.
Okay, I'll stay out of this and I'll just listen.
I'm gonna. This is so bad.
It takes quite a while for you to decide what you do, and she says, "It's okay, dear. We'll still do the same price. 50 gold and that armor. There's a changing room in the back. Next time, don't be so shy." And she winks at you, and then opens the blinds and unlocks the door. "Sorry, we just had a little miscommunication." And the customers start to pour in through. And they all look at you awkwardly because you're standing there bare-chested.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just deduct my gold.
Okay.
And the other stuff.
Okay. And then, so put in your inventory now that you have a, just put chainmail.
What else did I give her? I gave her the leather armor.
Yeah, so you gave her the leather armor, the dagger, and your other longsword.
And just the regular ass longsword.
Yeah. Not your,
Okay,
I
now
think.
I have the... Because I still have the magic-y longsword.
Yeah.
Let's see, how do I add? There we go. Some
now...
regular ass chainmail.
Yep. And then that bumps up your armor class from a measly 12 that you had, now to, let's see, your dexterity's 1. Now it's at 14.
Sweet.
Is...
How much does the regular ass chainmail weigh?
It weighs 20 pounds.
20. Okay. Sweet. Alright, yeah, I guess I just put on the chainmail in front of everyone since they already saw me.
Alright, cool. And you're wearing normal clothes underneath this chainmail, otherwise it would be very cold.
Okay, fair enough.
And it also comes with sort of like a leathery overgarment, just to keep it to where enemies will be guessing what you're wearing, kinda. They won't know that you have chainmail on, so.
Sweet.
At that point, the day is starting to go by, and now we're at mid-afternoon. And if you guys want to figure out how you're going to get to wherever you're going next, or discuss where you're going next for that matter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where should we go? As far as like, we know about, isn't there an issue with like goblins or something going on right now?
Yeah, if we go, hold on, let me.
The kobolds.
I'm gonna go to the world map real quick.
Yeah.
Oh man, the world map.
I guess if we make it so that they no longer have that war, he won't try to burn down the library.
I mean, I'm gonna trust the power of the whatever thingy in there.
Yeah, I know. He might kill a few people though in the process.
And also judging from the fact that the puppet flung Onara across the room.
Alright, so if you look,
that was great.
I've got those number tokens. The one is Fortress of Siege the Crimson, that's where you guys are at. Number 2 is the harbor that you guys took that boat. Number 3, a little bit to its left and under, is the island you guys were on.
Okay.
You know that the goblins lived where number 4 is. At least a tribe of them. You don't know how many there were, or if that's even the tribe that Sylvia and Siege were talking about, but you do know that there were goblins there. And then you know that the major kobold faction lives down here in Dragon Ren Mountains.
Jesus.
But
Dragon Ren?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dragon Ren Mountain. But the kobolds are not known to leave their area, and there has been no marching activity in this area of goblins or kobolds for some time. So you don't really know the intel of, you know, what this war is that Siege and Silvio were talking about. If you look towards the top right of the map, that is Bleakfen Mire. That is what Rixa had told you about. So that...
Where? Oh, there.
That is the area where Rixa suggested you go to learn more about Nagex.
How long would it take us to get there?
If you wanted to walk, it would take you a week, and you would have to go through all this territory. Actually, let me get this. You'd have to go this way and then cut through. If you go to the harbor, you know that's just a couple hour walk, and then from there to about right about here is about a day of sailing, and then it would take just a few hours to get to the edge of the swamp right here.
Is there anything interesting on the way if we walked?
I was gonna say, is there any
We can
benefit?
find out.
Well,
Do we have a map of the like? Do our
Do we have
characters
to
have a map?
pay to
yeah,
to
you guys
take a
you
boat
guys
there?
have a map. There's a map that is like pretty much posted in the tavern and in major parts of everything that's been mapped out. So everything you see on this map is common knowledge to the world. For journeying over there via sea or via land, if you walk on the road, there is more chances for you to encounter people in passing, creatures that dwell in those areas, and even though the world is mapped out, a lot of the inhabitants of the world have not been discovered. So if you walk, it could be, well, it would be far more dangerous. And Dan, if you ask, well, theoretically all of you know this, Jeffrey has a big ol' like orb of iron that he created in the dungeon when he melted that iron door. So your character knows that he has that, so you could ask him if you could shave some of that off.
What's it needed for?
One of his spells, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So, if we walk, we have the potential of finding like gear and leveling up before we get over there, right? Or is that
not necessarily? Like if you look at the map, on the way there, there's the Temple of Elemental Evil on the way. And I haven't written anything for that, but I know of some monsters that I would throw at you guys from that area. And let's just say that if you were to roll on a d20, your chances to win that battle, it would be a 1 all the time.
Oh god.
So you're saying there's a chance.
There is a chance. There is a great chance that you guys could win it with lucky rolls. But
with lucky rolls, have you seen our rolls?
I have. That's why I said it's a 1. What I'm saying, Jeff and Tony, is I planned on you guys just sailing because I don't really have backstory for the areas that you guys would walk through. But I do have plans. Well, no, you can't. You can walk. I'm just gonna have to throw some creatures at you guys that I'm not prepared to throw at you. Is all.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like I didn't know if like there was any good benefit to walking. It doesn't sound like there would be, so I would say we just sail.
It sounds like a pretty bad idea to walk.
I know.
Yeah.
Besides, we've done enough walking.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, so, as for preparations for this, if you guys want to stay the night in the tavern and then start in the morning, it'll refresh the wand a little bit. You roll a d3, I think it says.
Yeah, 1d3.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you can also, if there's any other items that you guys want to purchase before you leave, you could do that.
I give him some.
Yeah, you guys can do that exchange. Like, if you want to just type it out, what happens, you can.
Okay.
Otherwise, to proceed forward, the day comes to a close, and the Tavern Keep has offered you all a free stay.
Ooh, awesome.
I wanted to see if that lady had any armor for me.
Why did he give us free stay?
Just because of your recent achievements with the cult. Word is finally spreading. You guys pretty much, at least at face value, it seems as if you have disbanded the cult.
Awesome.
As for armor for you, Jeff, Mildred has just your run-of-the-mill, padded and leather armor, and that is for light armor. She has medium hide armor, and she doesn't have any heavy armor available.
What can I even wear?
None of it. Effectively, anyway.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah. As a wizard, unless you take a feat in order to wear armor that's higher than nothing.
What would that be?
Well, so you can't... which feat? I'm pretty sure it is... pretty sure it's just one of the armor feats.
Okay.
But if you take that feat, you'll be able to wear those armors. But if you're not proficient in them, I'm pretty sure what happens is you have a disadvantage on any attack roll or any magic casting that you do.
Okay, yeah, screw that.
Which would mean that every time you roll to see if a creature takes a hit, you would take the lowest value. And if they have a save that they have to do, they have advantage on it.
Okay. I want to buy some rope.
Rope?
Yeah.
Why?
Drake has infinite rope.
Oh, he does?
I think I was like, rope. Why would you buy rope? I have a lot of rope.
Yeah, all he has to do
I
is
have
cut rope
functionally
off
infinite
for
rope.
you.
Would you like some rope? I can give you some rope.
I love some rope.
I give him roughly more rope than he could ever want to ask for.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Yeah.
I gotta go grab my stuff out the laundry, and I have no service there, so.
That works.
Okay.
Alright, so, what we can do also is, while I get the story set up for what's happening on your sale and all that stuff, I'm gonna cue the music. You can look through the player's handbook on page... Where is it? Which page? Adventuring gear, page... Bitch, why is this not letting me scroll through? There we go. Stopped again. Mildly annoying. On page 150 and 151, 151 shows you stuff. So on page 150, there's a bunch of random items and stuff, adventuring gear. Let me know what you want to buy, Jeff, before that. Before you actually just add it, because there are some items on there that wouldn't be found in the fortress. But other than that, you guys all stay the night, so everyone should be at full health anyway. So you're at full health. Roll.
I go perform.
Alright, you perform. Roll a performance check for me, for Drake.
And I'm back.
Dope. And then Jeffrey needs to roll 1d3.
I'm going to perform with Maloot.
So you get 2 charges back on the wand, Jeffrey. And Martin, roll a d6 for me real quick.
Oh man, I have a button for that.
You get 60
nice.
gold from your performance.
6D?
6D, yeah, 6D, so 60.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. As for that, so Martin spent his night playing in the tavern. Everybody else was resting. Adeline was hanging out at the temple praying. And as morning comes, you all wake up, ready for adventure. So you head out, and as you leave the town,
I just changed my spells real fast.
Yeah,
Like
you
what,
can
scratch?
you can change your prepared spells. Yeah.
Okay.
So if anyone needs to change their prepared spells, you can do that until I get you to. You were all in agreement to head to the harbor, get that boat, and sail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you make your way over to the harbor, and on the way, Dvorkin notices
Oh my god.
on the side of the road 2 little goblins
again.
that he remembers. So he looks at them, and the goblins look at, oh, cool, and they start doing finger guns at you.
I mage hand and I
Forgot
have
about
it
them.
do a finger gun at the goblins.
All right, so as your mage hand appears, they look in awe and oh, ha ha ha, cool, and they start finger guns towards the mage hand, and then they're just having a blast. But you continue
Nice.
to walk. So as you continue to walk, you get to the harbor. At the harbor, it's still pretty much destroyed in the one area that the Kraken had appeared and destroyed that boat. So there's planks and bolts and screws everywhere, as well as the few bodies that you guys left. And these bodies actually have crows and stuff gathering around and picking at the flesh. But your boat is still there. So you look at the boat, you look it over for a little while, and it seems that it has rained recently, so all the seats are dry or wet. But that's fine.
Is it though?
I mean, you guys have cloth. I guess you could sit on the cloth, you know.
Or just dry it off.
Yeah, exactly.
I prestidigitation the place I'm going to sit dry.
There you go. Perfect.
Oh, you can't do the same thing for everybody else.
Nah, fuck you guys.
Oh, okay. I'm one to talk. I did let you guys step in poop.
So you get into the boat, and it's ready to sail. What's your bed?
Nothing.
Okay. It's getting ready to sail, and now you have made your way and you're sailing. You're sailing away.
I start playing a song of sailing.
All right. The Song of Sailing.
While we're sailing,
which gives you favorable winds, reducing the time. I'm just joking. This isn't the windbreaker.
That would have been cool. While we're sailing on make some poison.
Okay.
Real fast, Freddy. This rave enfeeblement I got from the other book.
Mm-hmm.
How do?
So it takes about 6 hours to sail from the harbor to the other harbor that you know to be near this area. So it takes 2 hours and 50 gold's worth of components, which I'll allow you and Dan to have enough for 100 gold's worth of components, but you have to deduct that from your pages as you have bought them. So what it'll do is you would typically, let's see, you have 2 spell books in your possession, so you could learn both of them on the sail ride there. You wouldn't be able to prepare them, and it'll cost you 100 gold. And both you and Dan can learn these books. So you can either pick one or the other, neither or both.
I'm confused. You said this goes into a separate book?
It goes into your spell book.
Okay.
So what you're doing pretty much is you're taking that book that you found that has a spell in it, and you're copying it to your spell book, and you're also practicing it. So your character needs to spend 2 hours and 50 gold's worth of components in order to learn the spell effectively.
Okay. So you want me to take 100 gold off, or collectively we take 100 gold off?
Well, if you're going to learn the Ray of Enfeeblement, it's 100 gold. If you're going to learn the protection from good and evil, it's going to be 50 gold for that one. And for both of them, it's 150. I did the math wrong, sorry.
I'll do that then, learn both.
Oh dear. So on your sail, you encounter a shark.
Jesus Christ.
Did I make my poison? Before this happened?
Yes, you made, and it's a normal poison.
How big's your boat again?
It's big enough.
Normal poison?
Normal poison, yeah.
It is. But your boat is big enough for all of you to have a bunk. The gentleman, everybody has a room with a roommate and enough space to put your stuff. And Anara has her own room because she's a lady. Which leaves, one other person that you guys would fight for to see who has their own room. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But then there's a top deck, and there's enough room for you and Dan to have enough space to practice your magic without destroying anybody or anything.
Okay.
So as you're sailing, which song is this? That's a good one. Dan, if you're going to just read the Ray of Enfeeblement, 100 gold for that one, and 50 gold for the other book. 150 for both.
And they're not prepped, right?
Yeah, they're not prepped. Also, I think I forgot to add gold to your sheet, so I just added it. Because you should see. You would have to spend total 150 gold in order to learn both of these spells. Okay, so deduct 150 gold from your person. And then add those to your spell sheet, but they're not prepared. So it's Ray of Enfeeblement and Protection from Good and Evil. So on your sails in the high seas, you have decent windage. So you were able to make it to the other harbor in about 6 hours. Cool. You didn't encounter anything on the way there. It smelt normal, like an ocean would smell. The breeze was very nice. Anara let her hair down and let it blow in the wind. Seagulls could be heard flocking around the random islands that you would pass. At one point, there were dolphins that were following you. Also, at one point, one of the dolphins was eaten by a shark.
No.
Which I definitely laughed at.
So once you hit the harbor, a harbor hand, I guess you would call them, he sails you in sort of like a into your own private dock. And as you get off the boat, he comes up and says, in order for you to leave your boat here, it will cost 5 gold per night, which honestly is our low rate right now because we have quite a few boats here. So
how many nights are we planning on staying?
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. How many nights do you think you'll be staying? Because you can pay up to that amount. Whatever you don't stay, we'll give back. And then whatever you do stay over that, you'll just pay later.
Oh, no extra fee for staying
later? No
extra
fee. Count it as a courtesy for bringing business to our harbor.
We want to say 3 days?
3 days? That'll be 15 gold.
So is it busy or is it not busy?
It is busy, but there's enough room for your boat because of its size right now. There's a carnival in town.
Oh, okay.
So can I try to pay with some of my fake money?
Yeah. Do a deception check.
Dun, dun, dun.
Reasonable.
So he doesn't notice 7 of it, but the rest of it, he goes, I don't know where you got this coin, but it's no good here. I still need 8 gold from you.
I give him 8 actual gold
Okay.
along with it.
So just deduct 8 gold.
71. Oh, whoa, wait. No.
Please enjoy the carnival. There is some really good kettle corn.
Kettle corn.
As for the carnival, there's nothing else there except for kettle corn, which would be 1 gold for a bag. So if any of you want some kettle corn, you can add it. And deduct 1 gold.
I'll take some.
I want some kettle corn.
Other than that, we're gonna end up going.
I'll swipe some for some fun.
So as you swipe, you stick your hand in the open bag and take just a few kernels, but no one sees you do it.
Aw. Darn. I guess I'll just eat them now.
And as you taste it, you can tell that that's the best kettle corn you've ever had in your life.
Oh, damn. Oh. Glad I stole it.
Yeah. Anyway, so this little tile that I've got the head of the arrow pointing around, that is the location that you're about to embark on. So,
how long is that going to take?
It's about a 6-hour walk to get there. Okay. So, as you're walking from the town as you exit. And it is a nice sunny day. The breeze is in your favor. It's pushing against your backs, making it a little easier to walk. You can smell the fresh air, and you can hear the birds chirping. About halfway to the mire, the sun has dimmed a little bit, but it's only the afternoon. That throws you off a little bit. It's kind of strange. The breeze has died. And the smell isn't as fresh as it once was. There also doesn't seem to be much vegetation besides bushes and dead trees, and you haven't seen any wildlife for a couple hours. Once you get to the very edge of the swamp, the sun has dimmed an extensive amount. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon by this point, and it's not hard to see, but think of dusk. It's kind of like that. Like it's pretty dark for it still being in the daytime. You now smell, if you had to say what a disease smells like, this is what it smells like. It's really rank, it's unkept, and it's really gross. The swamp, as you can see it, sort of has bubbling going on in its soil, which is kind of weird because there's no water. Where there is water, little ponds, it looks like black muck, as if the water has been cursed in a way, and it's as viscous as honey, so it's very thick. The trees, they look to be healthy if a cursed tree could be healthy. Now, you get to the swamp entrance, and you feast your eyes upon a bunch of goblins hanging out. They don't notice you. They all have their backs turned towards the inland of the swamp. But you see a group in the top right of this map. You see a group of them that are surrounding some type of mushroom thing that is blinking. And they're all kind of looking at it like, and they poke at it. And it does not like that. Every time they poke at it, it sort of, you can see like little spores exit its head.
Cool.
Do we see the spores do anything?
No, they sort of, like you see them, they're bright green, and then they fade.
So, I want to go ahead and hide in some bushes over...
Welcome back, Bill. Or, well, welcome.
How do I get rid of this, Rudy?
And stealth.
Nice.
I got it.
Yay.
Alright, so you're stealthy, so they don't hear you, but what are you doing? You're going that far?
I'm just hiding in the bushes. Yeah.
Alright, so...
Are you like looking around or something?
Yeah, just in case something goes down. I'll just be kind of around.
So I'll allow you to get to this tile right here.
I went too far.
Yeah. Otherwise, you would be caught by this goblin for sure. Because he's
Gotcha.
like he's poking in with his
he's
little
kinda in
scimitar,
there,
like
too.
looking around. No map. That sucks. That might be a little harder for you than Bill. I could send you. I'll send you a photo, via text message, and that way you can see it. Anyway, so yeah, you get here, and I'm gonna change the music because this is not the good music.
I'm gonna think to Onara. What are you doing?
I'm just here, just in case something happens. I'm out of the way.
You're out of the way in closer to the goblins.
Shush.
Can
Not
you like?
question my logic.
Can you stealth? Can you hear anything over there?
Oh, we're using the rune things, right?
Yeah.
Oh, can I hear anything?
Mm-hmm.
Roll a perception check.
I know, I'm doing that.
Give me
Oh,
one
wow.
second.
That sucks.
So you're looking around, and you just see all these goblins kind of fixated on that mushroom thing, and you can tell that they're definitely confused. They've never seen something like this before. So they have no real idea what it is. But you know that the goblins... The reason they're so interested is because... What is this new thing in our swamp?
Can I use my perception on the mushroom thing specifically?
You're too far away to perceive anything other than that
See
it's
it?
a little
Okay.
mushroom.
It's a little mushroom?
It's a little mushroom with eyes.
So
Eyes.
And when
Can
I
you
say
s-
little...
It's actually blinking, not like glowing.
Not glowing, no. Blinking with eyeballs.
Okay, that's creepy.
Can you
Oh, I just realized
Stealth
I've been
kill.
rolling in my name and not my character. Oops.
Can we do what, Jeff?
can she like stealth kill that thing, the goblin? She like just
She could do a
So
sneak
it's
With the
attack,
goblin.
and as
Do I
long
really
as
want to
can
start
try.
something before anybody talks to them?
I mean, do you want to try to talk to him?
I don't want to try talking to them. That's fucking tonight. What's the word?
He can change into a goblin by using Ultra Self.
do they don't know we're here, right?
they haven't seen you
No, not
because
yet.
they're too worried about this mushroom.
I don't have Ultra Self prepped. How long will it take?
Is it a ritual?
Let me see. Hold on.
I don't think it is a ritual.
Said no.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use it at all.
Okay.
The only spells that you can use without having them learned or prepared right now is Identify and Detect Magic.
Hey, is this bush high enough to where if I went over here, could this guy see over that bush?
No. So those goblins are not tall enough. They're not as tall as that bush is. The bush comes up to about 4 feet tall, 4.5 feet to 5 feet, somewhere in that range. And all these goblins, from what you see, are really short. They're about 3 to 3.5, no more than 4.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah, Bill, it's way easier to send you a picture of it than try to explain exactly what it all looks like, so... Alright, but yeah, so, Anara, you have made it to that bush, and no one heard you, so you're, like, hiding on the other side of it, but that one goblin is still poking around in it.
Okay.
So, as you guys are trying to figure out what to do, this little goblin wizard right here says, the king would be pleased if we brought that back to him.
Alright.
Oh, they
I
can
don't
say
want
more
them to-
than yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
cool,
yes, yes. Bring mushroom. Poke, poke, poke.
So, do y'all think that
cool. Which one did you say, Dada?
there's gonna be any sense in like trying to talk, or do y'all just want to go in?
No,
there
I
and
fucking
go
hate
play
goblins.
zone?
No, they're gonna scatter as soon as we kill enough of them. We go over there, get that mushroom thing, and they'll run away after we kill enough.
So
Here.
Nishan cast
Pass it away.
Alter Self. That was one of your. Is that what? And that's what you're doing, Dan?
Oh.
Okay. So
That's a
it's-
lot of text.
It is.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's see. So I already deducted one of your spell slots for it. And yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Yep. So all right, you're a goblin right now.
Can he speak goblin?
He can.
Ooh.
Cool.
Or are they just speaking common right now?
They're speaking common, and you can hear some of them like curse and say random shit and goblin speak.
Okay.
At least gibberish from what you can tell.
Oh Jesus.
Oh god.
And say. Oh my god. The balls.
You come from the king, but you came from the south. The king is in the north.
And that is not a Game of Thrones reference, unfortunately. It just happens to be the location you guys are walking.
You took the long way, right?
And this goblin is, right now it's too fixated on this other goblin.
You make a valid point. We do have kobolds on our trail. Very well, go see the king. Hopefully you brought back the information that he requested from you and your party.
Can we take the thing?
By the way, where is your party?
The suspense is killing me.
I mean, hey, Tony, in all honesty, you can just rage and go out there and start killing shit if you really wanted to. Like, you guys have... It's not like you're stuck in a cutscene right now to where you have no action of what to do. You're
I
just...
just want to see how this plays out.
Ambush those damn kobolds. Well, go see the king. Make sure he knows of that. He is up the road just a ways. And while you're there, tell him we found another one of these weird mushroom things.
Alright.
Don't get me
know what's
caught. Everyone's trying to be sneaky right now.
So let's
I don't know.
see.
You got a pretty good roll on this all. That's...
As Jeffrey walks up, oh shit.
Don't get me caught.
I don't know why it whispered me that check and also said it out loud. But you guys can ignore the said out loud one because the roll is different on the whispered, and I'm going to try to fix that. But as you walk up, Jeff, you're walking around and you snap a twig.
God.
And he turns around and you were able to get into the bushes and he's like, And then...
Ah! Dragon!
And then all of the...
I look behind me and I'm like, dragon.
Dragon, what
So
dragon?
now all the goblins have looked in y'all's direction and they see a dragon, and now they're making out a half-elf paladin as well, but they don't see the rest of you.
Well,
I'm gonna go with it.
And this wizard right here,
Hurry, go. You have important info for the king. We'll take care of these.
Let's see.
Also, Dan. Oh, Bill, just so you're aware, you guys all have a sending stone, and it allows you to talk telepathically to each other.
I'm gonna prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
You know those lightning bolts that appear when you're like going Super Saiyan 2?
Yeah.
Those.
Okay. So,
Around me.
do they just start going?
Yes. With like the sound.
Okay. So you're charging up. Ha!
Yes.
And the goblin wizard right here goes,
I can do that too.
and he casts Shocking Grasp in his hands and goes, This other goblin pulls out his hands.
So are they about to have an all-out fight right now?
Looks like they're just flexing on each other.
We are just flexing. I can't move. Oh wait, that's because I'm on. I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm gonna go approximately here.
So you guys actually gonna hit each other.
I'm just showing off. I look as I am charging up. I look up to the sky and I use my my third thingy.
I have an idea.
Yeah. See, you guys messed up.
And I make a fake dragon breath, going upwards.
Okay, so
Because
you
I don't want to actually use dragon breath.
Use the fake dragon breath going upwards.
I can do that too.
And he pulls out his hands and sort of casts a little fire orb in his hands and shoots it up in the air. They all three do that. And then as it goes up in the air, the goblin wizard goes and snaps his fingers and it explodes and it changes colors.
Now they all know you're here. Attack!
Oh, shit.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, guys. We could have totally made it out of there without that shit.
And
no, it's fine.
This
is great.
You are still...
But he was trying to talk and get things out.
No, he still thinks he's a goblin.
Yeah, but he didn't get the mushroom from them.
Oh, still there.
We don't know if we care about the mushroom yet.
We'll find out soon enough.
Look, I can just like flick these people and kill them, okay?
Hold on,
I'm not worried about a bunch of goblins.
Hey, if you want, Bill, I'll just roll your initiative for you. That way you don't have to worry about typing it. Or typing all the stuff, and then...
Approximately a million initiative.
Right.
Goblins will go. Alright, so, first up is Nishan.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, I got you a 17.
You guys take your turns. I'm going to the bathroom. Because I rolled a 6 and everyone rolled, like, above 10.
Yeah.
Not me.
Interesting. So... It's all Hef's fault. Hef didn't do anything. I mean, he actually, you stepped on that twig and gave away.
He's the one that got caught, yeah.
I wanted to have you point over there. I'm like, well, can you do this? You like point to this group over the top group. And I was going to use like Shatter. It'd be like a big thunderbolt. And I wanted to scare him away, but oh well, too late for that.
Yeah, I was just gonna sneak attack this guy. Kill him real quick.
Well, they still don't see you.
So they don't see us over here?
Yeah,
you guys are still...
After this, that was the whole point.
Dan, can you use
the entire point for me?
Can you use the ruler and show me where your acid splash is going?
Will that hit us?
I mean,
I don't know how much area it gets.
So go ahead and cast it then. I believe it's one of your macro buttons, so. And if you need me to do it, I can. Okay.
I return. Has anything cool happened?
About to.
Oh, 5 feet. Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. So he fails his dexterity save and takes 8 splashing damage. As you cast this spell, you look like a normal goblin, and then all of a sudden acid expels from your fingertips. As it flies across, the wizard that you're near looks at you and kind of tilts his head like a confused puppy. Huh? The acid hits the goblin. Ah! Burns! 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 As he sort of falls apart bit by bit.
So because he failed, he still got the other guy?
No, the goblin failed his save.
Oh, this one. Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. So the way that spell reads is it's a DC 14, so that's a dice check of 14. If the goblin rolls 14 or higher on his dexterity, then he avoids the damage.
Got it. Oops, I missed.
Next time, aim better.
Next is the goblins, the regular goblins. So this goblin is going to, this one up here. He's going to walk 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This one's going to walk right here.
Oh my god.
This one's going to walk up here, there. And this one's going to stay where he's at. And they all draw their scimitars. Alright, next is Adeline. So, Bill, if you're able to ping on the map, try holding down your finger on the portion of the map. See if it pings. If it does, then I'll move your token for you, unless you're able to move it yourself.
Cancel.
Oh yeah, you don't have a map. If you tell me what your the closest, okay. So you can move 30, so you can attack this little goblin. Alright, and you attack with your glaive. Alright, so you swing at the goblin with your glaive, and being such a tiny creature, you smack the shit out of it, and it flies about 10 feet away and dies.
Shit.
And as you do that, one of the goblins like, "Oh, strong man, strong." Next is Dravorkin.
Dravorkin's about to kill the shit out of something.
I know, right?
I don't need to go into a rage for this battle, so I'm not.
Okay.
But I'm gonna sneak up and attack that guy.
Sneaky orc.
Alright, if you're trying to sneak, roll stealth for me. Okay, so you're able to get through and avoid all of the sticks. As you do that, you kind of look back at Yif and you put a thumbs up and wink at him with a little grin.
God.
I think good luck.
Alright,
And you'll have advantage on this attack, so you rolled the 25, and it's 17 damage. So you can decapitate this goblin if you'd like, but paint me a picture. You're emerging from the bushes and surprising him.
Alright, so as I run through the thicket, and I'm like running on my tiptoes, like a big ass dude running on his tiptoes, not hitting a single stick. After I look back at
The Fred Flintstone style.
and this guy he's just like doing his little thing, and then I just come and I see like this little opening in the bush, so I just like swipe from right to left, and it just cuts him in half. And he has that like blank look on his face for a second before his body just falls off. His top half falls off.
So as you do that, the goblin that's to your north is like, ah, strong man. But yeah, this goblin is dead. X marks the spot. Next is the little mushroom dude. So the mushroom dude, he keeps blinking his eyes, and then he looks and sees what's going on, and he uproots, growing about an extra foot.
So he's 2 feet now?
Yeah, he sprouts his arms to his side, and you can see the tip of his stem towards the ground separate into 2 legs. And when he does that, he shakes furiously, and red spores are now emanating from his person. As the red spores emanate from his person, or at least from his body, you see the bushes around you start to shake. And you're like, what the hell? And all of a sudden, a few more mushrooms appear, and they look furious.
Oh, great. Awesome. We're just here to help.
God.
We didn't touch you.
So now, now that those others have this guy, or not goblin, this one right here, he turns around to the little archer that was poking at him, and he is going to
beat the shit out of him.
He is going to, yeah, he's gonna sit there and ball his hand up into what looks like a fist, and he's gonna swing at him. But the goblin, being shorter than he is, ducks and goes, "Ha ha, missed." This one is going to do the same thing to the wizard, and he's gonna hit. So he balls up his fist and punches the wizard in the back of the head. As he punches the wizard,
donkey punch.
As he punches the wizard, you see when he retracts his fist, there is a purple gunk stuck to the wizard's forehead. Ah! Burn! Burn!
Ooh.
After a couple more seconds, the goblin sneezes. And after a couple more seconds, he sort of drops to his knees and begins to vomit.
That's some strong ass shrooms.
This one over here, the one that's closest to Adeline walks forward, and he will also swing at the goblin in front of him. But this one misses the same way. This one right here will walk over to this goblin's corpse along with the other one, and you see them both sort of sit on top of the goblin's corpse, even though it is acid, and they start to reach out for it, and they absorb his corpse, making it no more.
What?
As they do that, they sort of shudder, and more spores come out. Let's see.
No.
Jeff, roll a Constitution save.
What did you guys do?
All right. Before I say anything, you have lucky.
Yeah.
Are you going to use it?
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean I have to do it too?
Oh, are
No,
you
yeah,
on top
that's
of
what you're
Jeff?
in the
Yeah,
season.
I couldn't see
Yeah,
your...
he's on top of me.
Yeah, you have to do it too.
Cool. That sucks. Wait, what's... Yeah,
No,
I have
you did it
idea how to
right.
do the actual save.
You did it right.
Okay. Well, that sucked.
Jeff, if you're going to use your lucky, all right.
Oh god.
So I don't think you can use it multiple times on the same save, can you?
I have to look at it.
Yeah, you can spend one luck.
Rip.
Here we go.
All right.
I didn't even
So-
get to attack.
As the spores emanate from his body, they land all around him. And as they land on your skin, Jeff and Anara, you start to feel tingling, and all of a sudden your arm goes limp, and then the rest of your body goes limp, and you fall paralyzed.
Oh, that sucks.
Can I still use cantrips?
No, you are paralyzed. You can't move your body. You're
Okay,
having trouble breathing too, but you're
I
still
think
able to
that
barely breathe.
everybody can't feel my legs, arms, breathing.
I think my dick's gone, but I don't know.
I think the same. I think same.
Okay. All right, Anara, on your turn, you can do a Constitution save to see if you overcome the effects. So you fall to the ground tingling just for a moment, but then you sort of get your feelings back and you're able to move freely. Unfortunately, though, you are prone, which means you'll have to use your whole action to stand up.
Oh, cool.
But you can still move afterwards.
Oh yeah, I do still have like a and I also have that bonus action. Let me.
And technically, no one has still found you guys.
Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. Trying to decide if I want to move or not. Can I move over into this bush? Wait, over here?
Yeah.
Quietly?
Roll
Hopefully
stealth.
quietly. Yeah.
Since
See how
there's
it
sticks
goes.
and stuff.
God.
Alright, yeah, you're able to make it over there.
Awesome.
Wow.
Next is Dief. Go ahead and roll a Constitution save.
Just gonna try to be away from those. Hopefully next time I won't be close enough for spores to get me.
So you are still thinking to yourself, I don't have a dick, I don't have a dick, I don't have a dick. I'm just kidding. But you aren't able to move. So now it's for Drake.
That's incredible.
That was awful.
How far is that? That's pretty
That
far.
sucks so bad.
Can I see? Can I see
still
that?
technically
Yeah, you
haven't
can see that
attacked
one.
us, so we don't even know if they hate us or not yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and just. I can see this one. This might be more useful. I'm gonna vicious mockery. The. This one.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell it. I don't fucking know. I'm still gonna do it. I sure as hell do that. Where's my vicious mockery button?
Tell it its magic sucks.
Okay, so it's a wisdom save. Wow, it rolled a 1, so it does not resist your shit talking. So it will have disadvantage on its next attack, which I'll mark with that little red thing. And it does 6 psychic damage. Did you have anything in mind that you wanted to tell it? Or did you just want to use the spell? Not really worry about what your mockery was.
I tell it that it'll never surpass Super Saiyan 2.
And it grabs its head and goes, oh my god, I might not. With that is the Goblin Archer's turn. So this Goblin Archer is going to attack this Spore dude with his arrows. And he will miss.
Oh, is that like the list of bullshit vicious mockery insults? It is.
Yeah.
There's a list?
There is a huge list.
Reddit post.
Oh, really?
That's awesome.
Nice.
The goblin next to him is also going to shoot and miss. The goblin up in the northern side of the map is going to shoot and hit. So he shoots at that that mushroom thing, and as the arrow peels the flesh back of the mushroom, you see him sort of like stumble back, and you can see those green spores spewing out of him again.
Oh shit.
The goblin underneath him is also going to attack that one, but he's going to miss. These goblins suck, dude.
They're goblins.
And this goblin over here also fires, but he misses. So, nothing new.
Who are they? Why are they firing? Okay, fine, whatever.
This
So
goblin
close.
right here is going to shoot a fireball at this goblin, or the mushroom there. And this one is going to hit. And as it hits the mushroom, he's no longer able to produce those spores, but he also catches on fire. And I'll mark that with... Mark it with this thing.
Good, like regular mushrooms.
So he catches on fire, and you can see that he's freaking out. This goblin has disadvantage on this attack, but he is going to cast a firebolt to the mushroom right next to him. Which also hits and does pretty much the same thing. It makes it to where the mushroom doesn't emanate any more spores, and he's also on fire and freaking out. This last goblin is going to look at Ferdraig, and he is going to attack him with a firebolt, but it misses.
Yo, these lines.
I look at him and I just laugh.
Did you see the inappropriate ones?
I did.
Alright, so everyone roll initiative again.
What?
Wow.
Hey,
When
there's
did
a
that
20.
ever happen?
And Bill, I'll roll yours for you. That's a public roll. Alright, so it is for Drake first. Oh, I didn't roll for goblins, hold on. Yeah, it's for Drake
Alright.
first.
Let's see.
That'd be hilarious if it was not for Drake first.
Exactly 30. Awesome. So, remember that ring of jumping?
Yep.
Remember that one time I tried jumping behind that Sahagwin
Yes.
and attacked it from behind with my sword?
Yes.
I do that.
Okie dokie. Are you using your magical sword?
That's the only sword I have.
Oh yeah, you did sell the other
Oh,
one.
hey.
The macro is Blessed Longsword. Wrong one. This one. Oh wait, it is the right one.
Yeah, it clicks. I clicked the less longsword, but it went. for
Oh
longsword.
yeah, I had to use... Okay, I just added the difference. But I'm gonna actually, real quick, go into your character sheet and delete the dagger button for you.
Alright, cool.
And the regular longsword. That you sold those. But your hit... Yeah, you'll hit and you'll do that 11 damage, not the 6. So
can
you'll
see
kill
that.
him. And if
He's
you,
dead as balls.
He is dead as balls, but no decapitation.
Let me check. I gotta figure out how to use flourishes.
While you figure that out, I gotta pee.
Okay. I don't even know if I want to. They're just
It's
goblins.
not important. It's just if you get like
Yeah.
a crit or something, then you can
Not-
describe decapitation.
No, I mean like the actual flourish skill I have.
No, he was asking why the decapitation was important.
Oh.
But what were you saying?
I have. I guess this is how that works. I don't even think I'm going to deal with it.
11 attack.
Ooh, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Alright, you figure it out?
Yep.
All
So
right.
basically, I jump, I do like this really nice looking flip and twist thing as I unsheath my sword and I bring it down through his spine.
Oh dear.
Nice.
Alright, so you bring it down through his spine, and it murders the shit out of him.
Yes.
And the goblin sees this. Strong man! Strong man! Next is the goblin archers. So these two up here are going to avert their gaze from the mushroom now that it's on fire and attack you for Drake.
Okay. Sure.
And one of them misses,
I
but
allow
the
it.
other one will hit for 6 damage. Which I'll deduct it for you.
Okay.
This goblin is going to sort of run over here and also take aim at Drake and hit you for 7.
Wow.
And then I
Okay.
think that's all the archer. Nope, one more.
There's another one up here.
Yeah. This one walks over here because it doesn't want to get set on fire. And it will attack Dravorkin. Missing.
Cool.
Now it's Dravorkin's turn.
You said which one attacked? You said the goblin attacked me?
Yeah, the goblin archer right here. He shot at you.
So I'm visible right now?
You are, because you jumped out of the bush and murdered that goblin.
You murdered the shit out of him, by the way.
Okay. I will attack the mushroom.
Why?
Okey-dokey.
Why? Yeah.
Hey, the mushroom hit Adeline, right?
No mushroom
They
has
sure
hit
were there.
Adeline. The only thing the mushrooms have done to you guys is when they sucked up that body of the goblin and sucked its nutrients, they released yellow spores.
And honestly, they probably didn't even know they were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
I
have to
thought
say.
it smacked. Oh wait, it smacked the goblin. That goblin appear in the head, right?
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, I don't want to attack him then.
Yeah, I got you, Bill.
I'm gonna attack this guy.
Alright. That will hit and
Nice.
kill it, but it won't decapitate.
All right. I just I go up to him and I swing and I hit him in the arm, and he just bleeds out.
Alright, so one of his arms falls off, and the other is like, bleed!
And I say, no, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool.
This goblin over here looks over, cool?
No.
Sort of tilts his head over.
Cool, cool.
Next is Anara.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at this guy over here. And gotta find it because it's not on my thing.
Is it not your crossbow?
Not the +1 one.
Oh, it won't say +1 in the crossbow, but it should still be. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, so maybe it is up there.
But we're using your roll. Who are you shooting? The archer?
Yeah.
So you pop out, and you have advantage because you were hidden, but you still miss.
Damn it.
Really?
So you pop out of the bush and fire, and as it fires, the goblin sort of hears the arrow, and it's like, hmm?
Oh, damn.
Did y'all hear that?
No.
No? Hold on, let me try it now.
Yeah.
You heard the arrow swoosh?
Mm-hmm.
Barely. Let me turn it up even.
It might just be because I have headphones.
Might be. I don't know how it works yet. I'm still getting used to this little soundboard thing. But that's what I was saying was going to be cool earlier. Alright, anyway, you miss. And next is the goblin's turn. So this goblin over here is going to walk up to Ferdrag. Strongman, eat this! And he swings his scimitar, but you definitely do not eat it because it misses. And he misses and go, oh! This goblin... The extra what?
The sneak on my roll.
So if you hit them when you're hidden and they're unaware of you, you get the sneak damage. So it's doing extra damage.
Oh, okay. So it just automatically adds it. Okay.
Yeah. Now, if you also hit them when an ally of yours is within 5 feet of them, it does the sneak damage. So
yeah.
Let's say you're not hidden and you're just standing there and they're now all aware of you. But this goblin over by Dravorkin, if you shot him and hit him, it would do 16 damage, not the 8. Unfortunately, it rolls both of them separately. So sometimes you may have a higher number on the left side than you do with your sneak damage, but we'll always take the sneak damage if it's relative to the attack.
Got it.
Speaking of... Yeah, no, you're good. This goblin next to Dravorkin takes a swing. Strongman, eat this! And he slashes across your arm, dealing 6 damage.
Ouch.
This goblin walks over and also attacks you, but he misses. And he's notably angry. Jeffrey, it is your turn. Constitution save.
No, I hope I get up. Let's see.
Luckily, the effect's over, but you have to lay there prone. So as you're sitting there, you start to be able to move your fingers, and you're able to move again slowly. But now it's Nishan's turn. Still under the guise of a goblin. He does feel that his dick is there.
I feel a slight tickle.
Slight tickle in his pickle.
Mm-hmm.
Whose turn is it?
It is Nishan's. He's thinking of what to do. Alright.
Oh yeah, he's still dressed as a goblin.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
So you charge up your firebolt and you hurl it flying.
I make a show of trying to dodge the firebolt.
Alright, so you sort of do like a scramble in your spot, but the firebolt actually flies way over your head as if a quarterback was just trying to get rid of the ball, but threw it way too high on accident. And then this goblin over here looks at you and goes, "What did they teach you?"
How in the world to survive that ambush?
So let's see.
You kind of drunk.
Let me show you how it's done.
And he will also take a firebolt in his hand and hurl it at Fradraig, and it will
Why?
hit him
Why?
for 9 damage.
Can I not?
So he's like, that's how you do it.
This
I feel
goblin,
like he should be sorry.
This goblin is going to stand over here, and he's going to... Let's see, who attacked him? I think... Oh yeah, he's going to stand over here and look at the little mushroom dude, and he's also going to send a ray of frost at him. So he puts out his palms and sort of freezes him just a little bit, dealing enough damage to pretty much freeze him. So now this little dude right here, I'll give him a little icon, but he's frozen solid.
Nice.
That goblin didn't step into your range. But yeah. If they step into your range, I'll do the opportunity attack for you. For sure. This last one over here is going to step up, and he is going to attack Dravorkin. He's going to use his firebolt as well, and it's going to hit him for 8 damage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next is Adeline's turn. So you're about to die. Look at Fradraig. You've got pretty much any goblin. I think you can hit him, except for this one. There's only one archer that you wouldn't be able to hit.
I'm pretty fine. I have 5 HP.
God, you might want to help Friedrich.
No, it's great.
You're fine.
Okay. I didn't attract the attention of literally every single goblin in this map.
Right.
Okay. So you walk up to, let's see, right here.
Oh, nice. Just a flesh wound. Just got a flesh wound.
Right there should be good. And you will hit this goblin, and you can decapitate him if you'd like. Fuck you, goblin, as you slice his face off.
Oh, strong man, strong man!
As that happens, the mushrooms that are on fire stop, drop, and roll to put out the flames, and then they lay there for a moment. These other 2 mushrooms down here, by Dief, sort of slowly move away, as if they're seeking retreat. As they get to the edge of the swamp, they look as if they've hit an invisible barrier, and then they try to shrink themselves and implant themselves into the ground to look as if they are just normal mushrooms. This mushroom steps over, and he throws his fist at the goblin, and he will hit him and kill him. So he shoves his fist into the goblin's face, and as he does that, the goblin sort of like, his head flies back and his mouth flies open, and the mushroom sticks his hand down his throat, and you can see the purple ooze go into the goblin's mouth as he falls back, unable to breathe.
That's gross.
And he dies.
Also, king cake.
This one is frozen. This one will walk up. The one next to Fradraig will walk up, and he will shiver himself and shoot out those spores that are yellow. So for Drake, I need you to do a Constitution save.
No. Fucking stun spore ass bullshit.
As he does that, the goblin looks around and he's like, ooh. And then he falls onto his face, unable to move.
I'm invincible.
Martin, you sit there and you reach out your hand and look at the spores, and then you sort of just shake them off, and you're good. This mushroom right here is going to try to punch this goblin in the face. And it does it. Also leaving back that that glob of purple goop. But he punches him so hard in the face that the goblin literally just falls forward and smacks his face onto a rock and dying instantly.
Okay.
Next is to roll initiatives again.
Oh. Oh.
Rip.
Aw. This is sad.
That all of them? Alright, so Nishan, you're first.
Kill the archers! Kill the archers!
Kill the archers.
I think furiously to Nishan. Kill the archers!
Oh, I don't think I rolled.
No, you didn't.
Kill the archers!
Let's go ahead and roll, Jeff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Please.
Ooh, I smelled dinner.
I am not dinner. Oh, wait.
They have their backs turned to you because all the archers are looking at Ferdraig, and the other goblin wizard is looking at Ferdraig as well, but he doesn't see you. Like, he's not noticeably looking at you.
I want you to kill the archers. Kill the archers.
He's thinking at you.
Thinking at you.
I think I would appreciate not... I would appreciate attaching my limbs correctly.
Just so you're aware, Dan, if you did cast your healing spirit, you would become your normal mage self. Because it's a concentration spell.
You may want to get out of there. Maybe.
How much does that heal?
Cool. Unless you happen to be able to just kill all of them at once.
Yeah.
Magic missile.
'Cause let's see, the magic missile... 1d4 plus 3. Is it plus 3? Oh no, it should be just plus 1. No, it's plus 3. Alright, so you're casting it at all 3 of the archers? Alright, cool.
Sure you don't want to move first?
Well, he can cast it and then move.
Yeah, but once he casts it, like, they're gonna know.
Oh, he did the max damage. Solid work.
Jeez.
Alright, so he slams his hands together and it casts the magic missile. And the darts all fly to the archers and they all die.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
The only way he was going to be able to kill all of them was if he did roll max on it, and he did it, so.
That worked out.
Oh my god.
I'll probably do that. But after I'm done with this... Oh dear, there's a shelf there, love. That was a close call, Fox. I'll hang out with y'all till that time. Alright, so you murder stabbed all of the goblin archers and then ran over there. As you do that, the goblin wizard looks at you. What gives? Enemy!
Okay.
So next is Anara.
So I'm gonna shoot at that one right there. And
This will be the sneak damage.
yes.
Not a boop. I just
Oh,
killed you.
watch me miss again.
No, that hits and it will
worked
kill
out.
him.
That is a definite hit.
That worked out.
So as you shoot him, he's facing Dravorkin, and the arrow goes from the left side of his skull out his right eye, and then he falls over. As that happens, the goblin wizard that's left standing, retreat, retreat, retreat.
How many of them are even left?
3.
And one
So
of
what
them's
about
paralyzed. He's paralyzed.
Yeah, he's paralyzed,
retreat.
so he's kind of just sitting there. Think of a dog that is in pure bliss, except for instead of being in bliss because he's happy, he's bliss because he can't do shit.
Okay.
So next is the goblin. Let's see.
Singular goblin archer.
Yeah, which he actually is able to stand up from the spores, so he shakes it off. He stands. And then this goblin archer runs as well. And next will be for Drake.
You might want to kill yourself. What are the odds the mushrooms will kill us?
We have a thing. Max range. Nope. Why would I do something smart?
Sometimes you have to.
What?
Sometimes you have to.
Why?
Because I don't know.
Alright, so I'm gonna jump. Jump and run.
Okay.
With you moving and jumping and hit this
With your
guy
sword?
with my sword.
That will hit, but it will not do the full damage.
And I'm gonna do the fucking.
Is the defense one?
Yeah, the defense one.
Which that
Let's see, what do I roll?
Yeah.
Bardic Inspiration.
That's a D6.
Which is 1d6. Did you roll for me?
No, I just gave you the table.
Oh, I have it here.
And that adds 4, so does the whole 4 get added to your...
I can expend one use of the Bardic Inspiration to cause the weapon to deal extra damage to the target you hit. The damage equals the number you roll on the Bardic Inspiration die. You also add the number rolled to your AC until the start of your next turn.
Oh, nice. So you add an extra 4 damage to it. Still doesn't kill him. But you now have an AC of...
18.
Yes.
Nice.
Since that doesn't anywhere say that it uses like a bonus action, can I use my bonus action to heal ward myself?
Yeah. Yeah, Defense Flourish is part of your attack action.
Cool.
Or actually, is your Bardic Inspiration... Does that take a bonus action?
It just says...
I think it
get
does. Yeah,
The
use a
flourish
bonus
thing
action.
doesn't.
But I would think using your Bardic Inspiration, you're inspiring yourself.
There we go.
You can use... Okay, no, yeah. So the flourish... Yeah, alright. Yeah, using your bardic... Yeah, you can.
I heal myself.
And that's your healing word, right?
Jesus.
Nice.
It's just the 7, though.
Oh.
You don't
Why
have...
is it? Why is it saying 7 plus 4?
Because it rolls if you crit. So if you had rolled the crit, it would be 7 plus 4, but you didn't, so you'll heal 7, and I'll add it to your thing for you.
I now go down 1 whole spell slot.
You killed the one mage, but the other mage is about 15 feet in front of you.
Archer left.
Yeah, so the only other goblin out there is that wizard.
Is the one mage that was at the top corner. Or top middle.
No, I guess I should subtract my bardic inspiration die.
Now the goblin and the archer were both able to leave.
Currently have 4. When can I restore those? Long rest. Song. Student.
Okay. Bill, did you see what Dan was typing to you?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so do a strength roll for me.
Wow.
Oh no.
I love it.
That's amazing.
That's the best kind of roll. It's Christmas, but in the wrong way. So as you go to grab him, you sort of grab around to where his head would be, and as you grab his hat, he ducks down and goes, ha ha! And then he runs off, escaping.
So does he now have a hat?
Now he doesn't have a hat, but he was able to escape.
Does Adeline have a hat?
Adeline has a small goblin wizard hat, if he would like to keep it.
Does it do anything?
It does not, but it smells bad. Dravorkin, it's your turn.
Is there anything left?
Well, there's mushrooms, but at this point, this is where you decide whether you try diplomacy or you attack them.
Oh.
Yes, let's try
Do
diplomacy.
they talk?
So, I guess I go up to this main one.
Well, you did crit fail.
Yeah. If you see green, it's good.
I approach this one. I say, we don't mean any harm, and that would come in peace. And we just don't like those goblins.
What are you holding in your hands as you say this?
Oh, yeah, I probably should. Yeah. So I put my axe on my back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Play.
Happy music? Happy-ish music?
Change. Maybe it's okay.
Yeah, we'll do this one. This sounds better. So you talk to him, and he looks at you and blinks, and then he shudders, and then green spores pop out. As he does that, the others shudder as well. Shudders. This one comes over, and he starts beating the ice block that is encapturing his friend with his fists. This one follows to join as they all come over. And as you watch, you see how much force they're putting into it.
Can I press the station it warmer? Is that a thing? I think it is. Not really? 1 cubic foot of non-living material. No, I can't.
Yeah. Well, you could heat up the ice.
I could heat up the ice. I heat up the ice.
Alright. So you heat up the ice as they all start beating it, and as it heats up, one of them punches it, and the whole thing like cracks, and then it cracks all over, and explodes in a flurry of ice, in which this mushroom emerges, and it shudders, a green spore.
Yay, green.
This
Green
one
is
looks
good.
back at Dvorkin, and he blinks at him. He turns around and sees a goblin behind him and punches Nishan in the face.
Whoops. Forgot to switch back.
No. That's our friend. He's in a disguise.
Luckily, he missed.
Wow.
But yeah, you were still a goblin, so he turned around and tried to punch you. I assume that you take it off, your appearance.
Oh yeah, baby, take it off.
Take it off
Take
from
it off.
Mildred.
What?
Okay. So, as Dvorkin speaks to him, he looks at him and looks back at the goblin, and then he shudders again, revealing green spores.
Okay, good. Good point.
Also, before anyone asked, all the goblins hold. The melee goblins have scimitars. The goblin archers have short bows. The goblin wizards only have their clothes and a component pack with very basic materials.
Okay, so basically don't need any of that.
Do your
Go ahead and
arcane
take a
check,
scimitar.
Dan.
Wait, you said who had materials?
The goblin wizards, the 2 of them that are dead, have very few spell components. Dan, you look at the spores as they emanate, and as you try to grab one, as you touch it, it sort of disappears before your eye, and you don't see any residue, but you can feel that it has touched you.
Man.
And you notice that this is their form of communication and protection.
Can I try perception?
On
On the spores, out of curiosity. See if I
Does
notice
this count as a
anything,
short
like if it's
rest?
interacting with anything.
It does not
weirdly.
count as a short rest.
Okay.
A short rest requires 2 hours of sitting uninterrupted.
That is a long time.
It is. Good in nature, Nara is.
Oh, nature?
Really?
Should I do nature then? Let's try that. I don't know how I don't remember being.
You got
Jesus.
nature from your survivor thing.
Yeah.
So
Gosh.
Jeff, I think is also good in nature. No, he's not. He's just got high intelligence.
Yeah.
So the only one that understands anything about this is Lenara, because she has studied nature and mushrooms and funguses, because she's a survivalist. So she is able to tell you guys that these mushrooms are typically found in the Underdark, but sometimes they can emerge into dark locations of the world, such as swamps. The spores...
What's the insight I gain from looking at the mushroom?
You forget that they are mushrooms.
They don't even look like mushrooms anymore.
But yeah, so you know that this is their form of communication. Otherwise, they cannot speak, for they do not have a mouth. They can enroot themselves into the ground to absorb nutrients and grow. And the spores, depending on the color, depends on the effect that the spores take. But you don't know. You do not.
Damn.
It's too complex for you to understand. Not to mention you don't have the sensitivity to the spores that they do.
Okay.
So far, Dan, you've all witnessed that green is just a form of speaking for them, and yellow can paralyze you. You don't know what the other colors do, if there are even any other colors.
Oh yeah, there was purple.
We have purple sludge.
Yeah, purple sludge,
The
not
goop.
spores. Just the purple sludge was
Um,
from their fist after they made contact with flesh. And it seemed to be poisonous.
I'm
So
gonna use
since
my
there's no way to
wand.
like communicate with these guys.
Give them, but someone
Well, they
pass me their
understand
stone.
us.
Just put their stone, like, give one of them your stone. And
I
thank.
want to use perception to go look
Yeah, I was thinking about
look
using
around
stone.
toward the north.
I want to go to all the bodies and collect all their weapons and put them in a bag.
Your bag of holding.
Oh yeah, because you can just sell them all.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. You get 4 short bows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scimitars. And 2 red hats. Plus components.
Are they smelly?
Put basic components as the thing, and yes, they smell really bad. What's your perception for, Martin?
I didn't remember.
I'm looking to see what's going on up north.
5 short bows?
4.
And
There's 5 scimitars. You look ahead, and there's sort of a hill. But you see what looks to be the only living tree beyond that hill.
Good question about the spores. I'm curious about that too.
So far, what you've noticed, Dan, is when you touch the spores, they sort of dissipate and vanish to where you can no longer see them. Also, as the spores enter the air, you can see them as they glow, and then they suddenly disappear, as if they become super microscopic, to where you can't see them.
So you can't collect them into a vial or anything?
I mean, you can try, if you want, but none of them are talking to each other right now.
Do y'all want me to give this main one my stone?
Yeah, try that.
Alright,
That's
I
interesting.
set my stone on his head, I guess? I don't know.
So as you do that, he looks at you sort of, and he shudders, and now a blue spore emanates. Let's see, what is 20 feet?
Oh god, I'm so glad that I'm...
Alright, so it affects Dravorkin, Nishan, and Adeline, and as the spores touch you, you come in peace.
What?
And you hear this voice in your mind. By the time Jeff gets there, the spores have dissipated.
I am...
Yes, we come in peace.
Probably go...
I think the same thing, yeah. Yep.
So as Jeff thinks, he is saying we come in peace, but you can't hear what the mushroom is saying. Only Dravorkin, Nishan, and Adeline.
Closer.
As that happens, all these mushrooms start heading towards the north.
Ooh.
Do you know why the goblins?
This one comes over and he shudders green, and the other one shudders green back, and then he goes up.
So I guess, do I have an open communication line now?
Yes, you do for the time being.
Okay. Do you know why the goblins wanted you?
The goblins came to our lands only weeks ago. For what reason we have not been able to understand. But it is not for good. They harm us, and they destroy us when they can. most likely to study us. But they are stupid and do not understand that we are fragile.
Yeah, I mean, what would be the advantage of like studying you guys? Y'all seem to be able to take care of yourselves.
They want what we have in our being. Our spores are unknown to many, but the effects are great to all that come in peace.
So we kind of understand that like yellow paralyzes people whenever that we see that, and then green means good. Do you have any other ways of communication?
You would not understand, for your mind is too small.
It is. It really is. Does one of the does Daniel
Nishan?
Does he want to talk since he seems to be a little bit smarter and can read?
That is technically true, I guess. His intelligence is definitely higher. Okay. Yeah, because technically when you're speaking telepathically to him, they can't hear through the speaking or the sending stones because you have a one-way connection with the mushroom guy. So you're just sitting there kind of staring at him and nodding your head and stuff, and everyone's looking at you like, what the fuck? So as you think that to him, he looks over to Nishan and says, "Help our people, and we would gladly share any information that could be of help."
Help with what?
Yeah, how can we help?
The goblins do not think for themselves. Somebody tells them what to do, but I do not know who. Destroy them or take control. Set us free from what we know.
So after we take down the person that's in charge of the goblins, you guys will be free?
That is what I think, but I have not seen for what effects this all could bring.
They just have to work and teach them cool.
Okay. Would we be able to have your aid in battle? In future battles against goblins?
We only fight when we are threatened. Otherwise, we will not help, for we are fragile.
Cool.
As you say that, one of the goblins that fell over, cool, and then finally dies for real.
Would you be able to release that blue spore again so other party members talk to you that are a little bit smarter?
Unfortunately, we only have a few of those spores every day. I have unleashed my amount for the day. We have numerous green glands within our system, which is why we can do that more often. But blue is not used as often, for we do not need blue for ourselves, and we are not used to outsiders. Let us go
Who are the other two?
to the living tree.
You see Daniel's question?
Yeah,
the
there's
living
two other
tree
people
is where our master used to be. He grew it for us, which is why we can live above ground. But the tree is under attack, and our leader needs your help.
Furious typing.
Yeah, where's this tree at?
Up to the north. Follow the
Past the
road.
hill.
I will journey with you. But if we become under attack, I must shelter my kin before I help you.
That's understandable.
Shall we be on our way?
Yeah. Let me just can I take my stone back?
Yeah, you can take your stone. He hasn't been talking to you through it.
Okay.
And Javorka might need to explain all this to us.
Either Dravorkin... Yeah, so the way the blue spores work, Dravorkin, when you were speaking to him, only you heard what he talked back to you. Nishan, whatever he spoke directly to you, you only heard. So it's a one-way communication thing. So, you guys can all end up collaborating and take a couple minutes to speak about it. And
We take a couple minutes and speak about it.
Alright, I release
And
my
everyone's up to
information
speed.
to the party.
Okay. Did Anara...
No.
You're going to use the bathroom?
No.
Okay,
I said
cool.
everyone's up to speed.
Alright, cool. Yep, everyone's up to speed. So are you guys gonna go ahead and proceed forward? Bill, so Dravorkin is down. He is down
I'm at 12.
14 health. And for Drake is down 15 health.
I want to search these bodies.
They've already been looted.
They've already been looted, yeah.
All of them? I mean, I
All
took
of
out.
Yep, all
Okay.
of them.
Okay.
Is there any like unique like symbolic thing that these goblins had?
No.
Okay.
Alright.
They're just regular ass goblins.
Regular ass
So we don't know
goblins.
who's controlling them.
You'll do
Yeah,
lay on
like
hands 3
3
each. So, Bill heals Dravorkin and for Drake for 3. Bill, do you need me to annotate that on your sheet for you? Or are you able to do it? I think your alter self is for an hour. Should say on the spell. Yeah, up to an hour. So far, since you altered yourself, it's only been about 15 minutes has passed. Okay.
Alright, so shall we continue?
Yes.
Yeah.
On to the road. Now we go. Up north. Let's hope my people are safe. So let me go.
Man, you're like the Kanye of Boridil.
Oh, fuck.
One second. Alright. Here is... So Bill, give me 1 second. I gotta rejoin the game as a player in order to give you a picture reference.
Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah, go for it.
Is that a giant hole or like a giant?
It's not a hole, it's on top of the hill and you can't see up there.
Oh, gotcha.
So, the northern side and the southern side are both little, I guess, ramps, like dirt ramps that go up there.
Mm-hmm. Which we can go up little by little after we get past these goblins, which we can probably talk our way through. Since Nishan's still Goblin.
All right. So, yeah. So now you are at this point. The goblins are making their way up the hill.
Does the wizard have a hat?
Yeah, so the wizard that you see in front of you, the goblin wizard, is missing his hat.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
You can't hear us?
Can't hear you.
No, oh,
You
now
fell
I can
out.
hear you. Oh, what is it?
Once Jeff gets back, we'll continue. That sounds like Jeff. My name is Ted. Definitely Jeff.
Huh?
All the rumblings.
Oh yeah, that's me.
All right, so you come up. The big black spot is it's not a hole. It is at the top of the hill. At the very top of it, though, in the very center, you can see green leaves of a tree.
Mm.
Oh, and Bill, the hats are the wizards. That's what shows that they're different from the other goblins. Is because they have these little hats. Otherwise, they're all wearing the same sort of like loincloth. It's soiled and gross looking. And they have different jewelry, all of them, that they've created from the bones of the tiny creatures that they've killed and eaten.
So what is this black?
The black is the top of the hill. You can't see it because you're not up there.
Okay.
Oh, I need to add a little dude.
Ooh, good idea.
Where is he? There he is. So here he is. Alright, so Nishan, you go ahead and walk up to the archer. And Anara, you can see the closer that the soil is to the tree in that hill, the greener the grass is. The further it gets away, the more it turns into this icky marsh that you have stumbled in. You can also smell a difference in the air quality since you're now closer to the tree than you were before.
Cool.
So what do you say to the goblin archer, or do you just come up close, Nishan? Because right now these little trees right here are sort of blocking their view of you guys. You guys are able to see through the trees and see their feet in a way, like a very small portion of their feet, because they're already climbing the hill just a little bit.
Can I climb one of these trees?
You can roll stealth
Get a better
for
view.
it.
Hey, or I can throw you into a tree.
Yeah, no. Thanks, though.
I've looked for throwing. That sounds entertaining as fuck.
I mean, you can avoid all the climbing, and I could just toss you up there.
So you
Really?
climb up one of the
mean-
trees, and it's not tall enough to get a better view of the hill.
Aw.
Rip.
Well, do I at least have a better view of what's happening on the other side where they're talking?
You can see clearly the goblins.
Cool. But,
You notice as you walk up, the wizard does not have a hat.
oh.
Let's see.
Wait, is the disguised person wearing the hat too?
No. It's just disguised.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
just disguised as a regular goblin,
Oh, okay.
but he didn't have a hat.
Bother.
Bother. So as you walk up to them, let's see. So you walk up and say that, and they all three turn around, look at you, and they start.
What?
Is that goblin speak? He understands goblin speak though, right?
So far they have been speaking to where all of you can understand it. This is the first time they've spoken words that are not understood by anyone.
Even our goblin-y guy?
He changed his
Yeah, I thought
appearance,
he-
but not who he is.
Oh. Uh-oh. Anybody have
Let me see.
Hey, I don't have anything.
And that's what you're saying to them, Dan? So, as you say that,
Do not speak the common tongue. There are enemies afoot. We must speak in our natural language to make sure that we are all goblin.
Oh. Nobody has any
I
spells.
walk up and I use sleep.
alright.
Ah, that works.
Let's see if roll.
Sleep
is,
goblin.
let's see. How do I cast this? Oh, 1.
Jeez.
Wow.
Oh shit. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's
Pretty
read that.
sure, yeah, it probably goes to sleep.
Is it each creature inside a 20-foot
Foot radius.
radius sphere? Okay, so I just
Does that
do it
include-
so he's not affected, and the others are. Yeah, so just those 3. Just
This
find the spot.
totals how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Man, it's been a while since anyone's
Creatures
cast sleep.
within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points. So, is it saying that you spread out? Yeah,
It
I
goes
think it's
from like
total.
lowest HP to highest.
Yeah.
Basically, that one without the hat's really sleepy.
Okay, yeah. Alright, cool. So you got 31 points to spread around. Give me a second so that I can. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so all 3 of them fall asleep and they sort of fall over. One of them's like, oh, and he falls over, and now they're all asleep.
Okay, get that rope. Let's go quick.
Shall we? Yeah, I was gonna say,
Alright.
shall we tie him up?
Alright,
Yeah.
flashbacks to that one time we tied up a bunch of cultists.
And let's bring him like
Infinite rope summoning. Jutsu.
Can we bring them into
No.
the trees so they can't
No,
be seen
over-
from like the
over
hill?
here.
As you walk up closer, the mushroom dude looks over at Dravorkin and he shudders green spores. And you can hear in your mind, Dravorkin, your mage friend is quite adept with the arcane. He will be of most help with the future trials.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Or start like
not
handing
ominous at
rope to
all.
EF.
Yeah, thank you.
I would now suggest, since we still have a goblin awake, to send
It's
them
like-
over and see what the fate of my people are.
And it's like a comically large amount of rope.
Have you seen Pirates of the Caribbean where like they tie themselves upside down on the mast?
Yes.
Let's put that. Let's do that to them on a tree. So
Yeah.
Alright, this is fine. I agree with this plan.
and let's take all their I take all their stuff.
Yeah.
I leave the loincloth on. I vote for leaving the loincloth on.
Okay.
I don't know. They'll be kind of embarrassed. To be nice.
I don't
What
wanna
do they
see
have
it.
on them, Brady?
Say what?
What do they have on them?
The wizard only has random bone ornaments. The goblin has a scimitar, and the goblin archer has a short bow.
I take all of that and put it in the bag.
Worse than I am.
And then you said bone ornaments?
Yeah, just like random like rat bones and stuff.
I'd take them anyway.
They smell awful.
Ew.
Okay. Also, we put a rope around their mouth so they can't speak.
All right. So.
No, yeah.
So what's the point of keeping these guys alive?
I don't know. In case we interrogate them afterwards.
Yeah, we might come back.
I don't know. I don't care about goblins.
They're literally like they'll die here all on their own if we leave them. So we'll.
All the blood will rush to their heads, and
then they'll starve or pass out. Yeah.
So Arcana check doesn't really work that way, Dan.
the entire hill.
Yeah, you would have to use detect magic to see if there's any magic being used in this area.
Okay.
Yeah, and divine sense shows that shows evil, doesn't it?
That's me. That's danger sense.
Oh, whoops. Yeah, that's danger sense. There's
that's cool. You could have been looking for traps the entire time.
So do you want to use your divine sense then? And it's 60 feet, so...
I can sense that booty's divine.
So you can detect up the hill, you sense like a small amount of natural evil, but you also sense it from the goblins you just tied it up. And then beyond the hill to the east, you feel a far greater presence of evil.
Oh, fuck. Shall we start up the hill and let the goblin disguise go first?
I'm gonna put. Well, wait. So they're gonna, if they're up there, they're gonna be expecting him to speak in Goblin tongue, and he can't really do that right now.
This mushroom stands right here, and he shudders again, green. As he shudders, he tells Dravorkin in his speak, "Tell your friends to not be afraid."
Oh.
Hey guys, the stream guy says don't be afraid.
Okay.
I immediately charge up there.
Oh god.
Loudly.
I tell the stream
once
guy,
again stay behind.
I tell the stream guy that there's thing as fear. For me. I can't speak for my friends though.
Okay.
I stay back and let them do their idiocy.
Alright, so 3 of you are running up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Alright.
Aggressively.
I'm gonna go up there as well because I don't.
Uh-oh, come on, computer.
Oh,
what are those?
What are those?
Alright, so as you run up there, you see a band of goblins standing looking at this tree. You hear a much deeper voice coming from the one in front. You hear this little goblin over here start to go. Also, I'm just kidding.
Sleep on them. How does this work again?
So you cast sleep,
Yeah.
and that's 22 hit points that goes around to these creatures, starting with the lowest, and it builds up. Once the 22 hit points have been distributed, then the rest of them are remained unaffected. And it has to consume their full HP value before they fall asleep. So it starts with the lowest and then works its way up. Let's see. It's 22, so I'll mark the ones that fall asleep with the sleepy icon.
There we go.
Hey.
What does that?
Alright.
What does that mean anyway?
Say what?
Okay, so they fall unconscious until they take damage.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna think to everyone. Hey, are we gonna attack these guys?
Will, Bill, what are you perceiving? Do you know what made what? The noise?
Could I quietly climb this tree, or is it too magic?
The goblin that's in the lead, this one over here. So he had the deeper voice. So at this point, they fall asleep, and the two goblin wizards look behind them, go, "Ugh, uga, 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 eh, uga, uga, baga, uga, baga, baga, uga,
Hey
uga,
guys.
gaba, gaba, una, bada."
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't want this to keep happening. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z, watching them power up every time. This is no.
Then do
What are
something.
those-
I take out my
use
board
Thunderbolt.
instrument.
I use the Shatter.
Hey,
what are
hey.
those purple things?
I take out my bard instrument, and I'm
Okay.
trying to
Oh.
click myself. What do I click? I guess I can't just click things. I'm gonna cast Entangle for my thingy.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. I have a button.
What is entangle?
You'll have to. So the way you would do it is you would click on your thing, go to your spells, and if you just click entangle, it'll pop it up.
Okay.
But before you're able to do that, you hear in a deep voice, "Uga, ah!" At that point, both goblin wizards hurl a fireball at the tree. And at that point, all of the mushrooms start to shudder green, and then they start to try to shudder yellow.
Yeah, I'm still entangling this area.
Okay. At this point, you'll entangle, and then everyone else rolls initiative.
Do I have to like roll for that?
Hold on.
Entangle?
I'm pretty sure it's just a saving throw for them. It definitely makes that area. Let me read it again. 20 feet square. So.
I think it's like the square is a 20 by 20.
Yeah.
So like it would go 10 in this direction, 10 in this direction, 10 in this direction, and 10 in this direction.
Yep.
Or if you want, like, I think that's it.
Well, it's 20. So let's see. 15,
Like
15.
This, I think.
I just need to make it a little bigger.
Because that's 20.
Is that right?
I don't. Because, I don't think so. Because it says in a 20-foot square starting from a point. I don't know.
Yeah, it's 20, so 20 feet this way.
No. I guess we move it.
20?
I guess we could move like a thing in this direction. So we don't get Yef.
Okay.
I guess whatever this is.
Whoops.
Basically, I just want to hit all the goblins. That'd be great.
Yeah. I'll allow you to be able to sort of condense it.
Okay. That's cool.
And when he's done with that, oh, never mind. Initiative.
Yeah. Did I roll for these guys? Nope. Alright, so you entangle the area. So now, let's see.
Let's see.
Strength saving throw or be restrained. So the ones that are asleep are automatically restrained. So imagine the roots coiling around their body and sort of holding them, cradling them as they sleep.
They got a bed.
So the strength save. The tiny little goblins end up... The wizards, the goblins, are entangled in it. As the roots come up for the goblin up in front, he slashes his scimitar at them and destroys the roots. Oh, God! So first will be Onara.
Alright, so I guess I need to be able to see them. And I will shoot at their leader, since he is free and dangerous.
I got you, Bill. It's 18.
Woo.
Which one are you shooting?
Their leader, the one who got himself free.
Okay.
Or the one I'm assuming is their leader.
Alright, so you shoot at him, and that will hit for the regular 6 damage.
So does the difficult terrain do anything useful or important?
It makes it to where
them
they
from
only
moving.
have half their speed while
Okay.
moving on it. They also have to succeed on a roll. If they succeed, then they're good. If they don't, they fall prone. Alright, so you hit that goblin in the chest. No, you're good, Bill. You're playing with under circumstances that you normally wouldn't. You are good. And then, so yeah, you hit him. Okay, cool. Next is that goblin.
Oh man, that goblin.
Oh, why are none of it's fine.
Oh, wait, I want to use sorry, I have a bonus action, that I want to use to hide.
Okie dokie.
Do I need
So
to do my stealth?
no, your bonus action lets you hide in the bushes.
Awesome. Just so he doesn't, like, automatically come after me.
Okay, so you hide in the bushes. He doesn't see you. Next is, oh yeah, is that goblin. What can he do?
That
If
goblin.
I realized that before, I would have hidden beforehand and used my sneak.
Let's see.
Alright, cool. Alright, so he is going to look back at his whole team. Oga, Oga, Oga! And then he swings his scimitar at this goblin, and the goblin behind him, unentangling them. Ooga! And then he points at you guys as he shouts that last phrase. Adeline, it is now your turn, but let me give you an updated photo of what is going on.
Why?
So he can see what's going on.
No, I mean, I meant why to him.
Oh, why not?
Why knock out them? Or why knock them out?
Wait, is survivalist?
I'm gonna edit my bio.
I think I have 2 archetypes here instead of just 1.
For what?
For rogue.
You should.
Cause I was.
You got scout.
Cause I had chosen scout.
Skirmisher is part of that.
Okay.
And then survivalist, is
survivalist
also,
was
yeah.
another part of it. Okay.
Well,
I'm not good.
I guess that doesn't make sense. Never mind.
All right, Bill. Once you get that picture, let me know about where you want to go.
Mm-hmm.
10 feet away, so...
You could go like directly in front of, right outside of where the entangle is.
Technically, so hold on. Technically, these spots right here are like the trunk.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
So what about like right here?
These are just the leaves,
he could go
like
right
top
here.
facing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's still
Or
10
can
feet
he-
away, but not inside the thing.
He can't.
Oh, he
Yeah,
can't make
he's
it.
on. Yeah, he could move right.
That's right. He doesn't have a ring of jumping. Some people can't just jump.
Yeah, so right here he can still hit. Alright, so you can hit the goblin. And I take it you use your glaive, right? Which for some reason now you don't have that button. That's weird. What happened to your button? There's your button. Alright, so 23, that will hit. And it'll hit him for 10 damage. So as you come down with your glaive and slash at him, it sort of recoils off of him. Ah! Okay, and that's a D4. You want me to just roll it for you, or are you able to click on those buttons? Alright, and that's 2 damage, right? Yeah, 2 bludgeoning damage. So you come down, smack him, and then you go and like sort of smack him in the chest with the blunt end of it. And then he lets out that little screech. Next is Hief.
Man.
You may roll again. Yeah, I just rolled.
You rolled what?
Earlier I rolled Shatter, but...
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Or do you want me to roll again?
No, it's fine. We can use that. DC... Is it a single target?
It's creatures within a 10-foot something. Hold on.
Okay. So where
It's
is your...
each creature with a 10-foot radius.
So I assume it's right here where it'll hit all of them?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and it's a Constitution save. It's 17 damage. So let's see. The leader goblin... Oh, whoops, wrong one.
Does it affect all of them with 17, or is it like distributed?
It would hit all of them.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And they take half the damage if they succeed the check. So the little goblin, they will take the hit. What was your save? 14? 15. The goblin wizards will take a hit. And the...
Was the tree ever actually on fire?
Yeah, the tree's on fire.
Yeah. The fire is right here and right here. So all the goblins except for the main goblin take a hit. Which that was 17 damage, so you actually murdered all of them.
Nice.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
The AoE dream.
So much better than when we were fighting the wraiths and stuff.
So as you do that, the Goblin King looks around, very dissatisfied, pulls out a horn.
God damn
And then you see goblins start to swarm.
Really?
Awesome.
You
They
cannot
can't see
win,
us,
goblins.
right?
We have the high ground.
There's no way they could see us, right?
Well, they hear something going on up there, so...
Well, we have the high ground, so fuck them.
Choke point.
Talk to the mushroom guy. See if he can help us.
You can still talk to him. Let me spread some of these guys out. But and that should be spread out enough. Alright, so, what's everyone?
You took the tied up guy. Are they not tied up anymore?
Huh?
You took
Probably
the
not.
you took the tied up one.
Oh, it was a regular goblin?
Yeah, it was the one closest to the box on the left, below the mage. Yeah, it's one of the yeah, regular guy.
So, let's see, what is everyone saying? One's goblin. Okay, cool. Alright, so at that point, the Goblin King stands there with his horn, and then he crushes it with his fist in anger. Next is the Goblin Wizards. So as they all approach the field, the Goblin King shouts as loud as he can, "Oga, oga, ugh!" And as he does that, each Goblin Wizard casts a firebolt on the tree.
Oh no. Does anyone have water?
I have a gust of wind I can use, but
That's a bad idea.
No, it says as a chance to put out fires.
Really?
It can't.
Since the tree is on fire, I need
freeze it.
I need Anara, Nishan, and Adeline to
Oh,
make a saving throw to see if they catch on fire from the flames. It will be a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, great. That's awful for me. God. Oh, wait. I also have resistance to flames. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Fucking tieflings.
Resistance just means half damage, though, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's still better than taking the full damage.
Yeah, I got you, Bill. Constitution.
It just turns it from suffering into a kink.
Oh. You'll take your 4 over my 3. So as the fire emanates, all of you but Dan end up taking 3 damage. No, the 3 that had to make the save.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so Anara, you'll take 2 damage. Adeline takes 3 damage. I'll annotate it for you, Bill. And then Nishan is able to sort of like just brush it off and The red box is the integral,
get out from under this tree?
Would probably be a good idea. As this tree is on fire, all of the mushroom people are shuddering viciously. You see a mixture of green, blue, yellow, red. All of the colors are starting to appear that they have. As that happens, a few more appear on the hill to the north.
Ooh.
And then
Yay. More help.
Emerging from the tree itself is a very, 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 very large mushroom giant.
Is it also angry?
Groot. I'm so glad they're on our side.
Yep, that's Groot.
So it steps out from the tree itself and pats down with its really long, sort of like, they almost look like he has big ass branches for fingers, and he pats out all the fire on him. And you can hear him roar. I'm not going to do a roar so I don't deafen you guys, but imagine the treants in the Two Towers from Lord of the Rings when Treebeard screams at everybody. Okay. Imagine something along the lines of that.
Sweet.
But now he has entered, and now it is Nishan's turn. What a great quote. Alright, who are you attacking? The goblin? Okay. DC 14, dexterity save. So as you shoot the acid at him, it hits. Deals the 7 damage. Next is for Drake.
Fucking. Clicking, click, 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 click.
Is your clicking not working?
Where is it? On the leader.
Okay. Wisdom save.
I tell it to go deep throat a cactus.
What?
As you do that, it shudders, thinking how painful that could be as your spell is effective on him.
Nice.
And he'll now have disadvantage on his next attack roll. We'll do that one. Yes. Next is Dravorkin.
Oh man.
What
Here
the
we
fuck
go.
is he going to do?
Morgan's about to fuck some shit up.
I'm going into my rage. So
Is that what your thing did?
that's
Yeah,
that's the extra damage that I get.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, in your rage, I've already added it all up, so
you added the half damage and the D6 thing?
yeah.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Do we hear this like roaring of the word "cool" just like emanate around the hill?
It's like
Yeah, we really
it's like,
gotta get the fire.
as I go into my rage, it's like cool. Oh.
Yeah, I guess so. So you deal 14 damage to him, and it's radiant. So, let's see, what is that? So you smack the shit out of him, and you can see blood coming out from, like, he spits blood, and then he looks back at you, and one of his eyes is really fucked up. Next is the Goblin Archers. So all the Goblin Archers are going to ignite their arrows and aim at the tree and shoot it, causing even more fire to the tree.
I don't think
Oh my
they're concerned
God.
about us. I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
Adeline, Anara, and just you two
So-
make another Constitution save.
So this tree being
Is
on
there
fire
any way we
counts
can
as a
save
small
this
campfire,
tree?
right?
Yeah.
So Bill doesn't take any damage, and Anara doesn't take any damage. So, so next is the mushrooms. So the mushrooms, each one of them that's near one of these other purple things, grabs the purple things, and then you see them start to burrow under to the ground. But it takes some time. They're pretty much trying to bury these purple ones away from the fire, as if to save them. While these guys move up each of the goblins.
Missed one.
Oh,
And they murder the shit out of the goblins.
they attempt to murder.
Please murder the shit out of them.
Oh. Alright, so each one of them is gonna hit them. All of them, all the goblins that they hit are going to die.
Nice.
So they do murder the shit out of them.
Yeah. They're filled with
Amazing.
rage, for their tree is on fire. And will
Their
probably
beloved
not
sacred
survive.
tree.
Yeah, it looks suspiciously like the tree is doomed.
Maybe that
We
gust of
didn't
wind will
start the
help. You never
fire.
know.
All right, so now we do
Yeah.
initiatives.
Yay. Initiative.
Oh, I thought that was the 20 was mine. I was about to be so happy.
You were.
Oh,
Well, it's a meme, guys. Rolled the lowest initiative out of literally everyone. Son of a
Always.
bitch. It's like it's taunting me.
So, let's see. Alright, so the big ass tree is going to walk down the hill.
Walk.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. I just thought of something.
I mean, he probably takes so many big steps.
So
It's
he
funny.
sort of crouches down and he's able to spring and jump all the way over here. As he lands on this little goblin, crushing him to death. He then turns to the wizard, and he is able to grab him, throw him at this goblin, killing them both. And as he kills them both, you can see purple spores emanate from him. As these spores emanate from him, they grab this whole area right here, and it's filled with a very thick purpley spore. Let's see. Let me roll the saves. His constitution. So the regular goblins all inhale these spores. The archers inhale these spores. And the wizard is not inhaling the spores. He holds his breath. But as they inhale the spores, after a couple seconds, they all start to vomit. As if they have been poisoned. But it does not seem to be enough to kill all the other goblins. After that is Jiff.
okay. I'm attempt to put out part of the fire. You guys focus on kill. Now the Goblin King's next. So if I kill the king, everyone's probably gonna run away. But is he poisoned or something right now? He's bleeding to death.
That's what the Goblin book says.
The Goblin King is just got a disadvantage to his next attack.
Okay. So I think to you guys, I'm gonna put out the fire or just immediately kill the goblin.
Put out the fire.
Yeah, fire. I can take out this goblin.
But he's gonna go before you. He goes right after me. So they're all gonna run away most likely, and I'm the only one that can maybe put out the fire.
Should probably put out the fire.
But if he
The tree's kind of.
okay, I put out the fire. Just hopefully you guys kill him fast enough before the other actions take place. So I have a. Okay, so the spell is 10 feet. So the center of the tree is what, like right there? 10
center
feet
of the tree.
by 60.
I'll color it with blue.
Okay. I can't do all of it. I can only do 10 feet. Okay, so I'll do this. I'll move over. Right here, and just in a line in front of me 10 feet. That way. And then
10 feet from in front of you?
No, where I'm at, starting with me, and going
It's a
forward.
cone?
Let me just see it. A line of strong winds, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blast from you in a direction you choose.
Like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and then each creature blah 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 blah. Not worry about creatures. I'll just post this so you can see it.
We'll roll the C.
Is it concentration, so it would take up to 1 minute?
Yeah, so you can concentrate it for 1 minute. So let's see.
It won't get any stronger though. 60 feet's all the way till.
Yeah, it's all the way that way. So
yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Oh.
It just depends on how count the fire as a unprotected or a protected flame.
Well, it's not in a lantern like it says, so it would be unprotected.
Okay.
Torches and similar. But I don't know if a big ass tree on fire is similar to a torch. It won't take out the whole thing, but it will definitely. So this yellow line that I'm writing or drawing, you're able to sort of start chipping away at the fire from the edges.
Okay,
but
and
the
I can
center is
concentrate
still,
this.
yeah.
Okay, that means it'll just keep going up for up to a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll just blow it. Yeah, I'll just a constant stream or constant gust.
Okay. And that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright, so now, let's see. The Goblin King.
Yeah, never mind.
The Goblin King looks around and sees that the tree is on fire, and he laughs hysterically. Fire! As he says that, all of the goblins around him repeat, "Fire! Fire for Auntie! Fire!" And he puts his scimitar in the air as if they have just won the battle. And then he... Let's see. He tries to move, but he slips and falls on his face right there. As he falls, a vial of black mist falls out of his pocket and rolls in front of him.
Ooh. Okay. So it fell like what, like right here?
Yeah. It fell on this. I'll mark the square with a black X.
Okay, so start by moving over here and using my bonus action to continue to be hidden. And crossbow.
Wow.
Oh, except I'm supposed to be over here.
First roll a strength check.
Strength?
Since you're moving
Oh,
in the
for the-
entangled area. You fall on your
Hold up.
face.
I'm pretty sure I had something.
Survival gives you advantage, I would say. Maybe. But that would probably be it.
Okay. Dang it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you definitely fall on your face. Where did you originate from?
Over here. So probably
as
fell on my
you-
face over here.
Yeah. But
Cool.
you're out of fire's reach, so that's good.
Yeah, but
Alright, Javorkin.
Alright.
If you move, you have to do a strength check as well.
I got that.
Immediate crit fail because you said something.
Alright. I'm waiting for it, dude.
amazing.
I'm waiting for it. Roll that one, boy.
This seems
Let me
to be
see
the
that.
most
Let me see that red. Okay, you're good, I think.
I don't know.
Am I good?
a good question.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Alright, so you can decapitate him if you'd like.
Finally.
All right.
Oh, actually, hold on. So, you're attacking from there. As you walk over there, you step on the vial, breaking it.
No.
Oh man.
As you
It's
break
fine.
the vial, the mist is caught up into the flames, and it turns the flames... Oh, whoops, that's not the one I want. It turns all the flames, god damn it, black.
God.
The flames that were previously put out by the gust of wind have rekindled and are now black.
Evil flames?
Evil flames.
As that happens,
Evelyn, hit it with your glaive.
as
Oh
that
my
happens, you come down and you will hit the Goblin King, and you can decapitate him or mutilate him however you please.
All right. So just so since he was already on the ground, I pretty much just like come around and then chop him right at his neck as if it was a guillotine.
Okay. So you do that, and you come down with such force that when his head detaches from his body, it flings up into the air, and all the goblins can see his facial expression. But they do not shudder in fear. Instead, they all cheer because there's a big ass grin on this face, for the fires are now black. Auntie! Auntie! And they all start shouting or chanting auntie. It is at this point that all the goblins turn around and they start running away.
What to do about this fire?
I feel like this fire is gonna turn into a person.
This one, yeah, these guys. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. So now you have a flame that is black. It's obviously magical. Like, it's painfully obvious that it's magic. The big ass tree runs up and jumps and shudders blue spores around all of you. Let's see, he would do that here.
Okay.
As he shudders the blue spores, he begins to speak to each one of you at the same time, and yeah, he says, I appreciate your attempt at saving our tree. But as this tree falls, so shall we. We will return to the soil as mere microscopic creatures, never to be able to grow. I thank you, but this is goodbye. Without this tree, we cannot breathe. Auntie has won this fight.
Do you have that water vial still? I mean,
what about that barrel of water?
It's the green stuff. It's not the white stuff, right? Yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I'm still throwing this gust of wind in there. If anyone else besides me has a freezing spell, use it, or like throw that water in there. Like,
he shudders again with green. Your spells cannot affect necromancy.
Oh, it's necromancy. Oh.
Who is Auntie?
What about that sapling he was talking about?
We'll start with the auntie question. Auntie is what they call her. I have not ever seen her. But she controls the goblins, as she controlled their king. But with the king dead, Will they run to her aid? Or will they run to their home?
Can we resurrect you or help you in any way after this tree falls?
You can do nothing for us. This was our only chance at survival. With it being killed by necromancy, it is impure, not to be blessed by normal. So we will end up returning to the soil and living our lives as microscopic beings. But our brethren in the Underdark will strive, for this tree does not affect them.
Can they ever come back? Can they ever venture to the surface or no?
The tree was put here by one of the gods to try to bring new life to the forest. With the gods disappearing after the rise of Nagex, there is no telling whether or not this will ever happen again.
She's back. Can you tell us anything to help defeat her?
I was alive in her time, but I was a mere sapling, so I did not understand, nor did I care, for all I wanted to do was grow.
How can we bring power back to the gods?
That is not of mortal concern. Deal with Nagex as best you can, and just pray that they are able to regain their full strength by then.
Is there anything you can give us to help us avenge you?
Take out Auntie, whoever it is. Follow the goblins to the east, and you may find her. Other than that, if you see my mushroom people, do not be afraid. We are peaceful. Are you saying, Bill, are you saying cut off a piece of the tree?
Yeah, I was hoping nature would help me find some way to save it as well.
At this point, you can't even see a leaf that hasn't been engulfed in this black flame. The only thing you would be able to do would be to dig down and grab a root, but at this point, since it's been black for so long, it's probably already tainted with the curse of this black flame.
Do it anyway. We have the vial.
Can we make an attempt to see? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can always attempt, yeah. If you want to try to dig a little bit.
Yep. Do we have to roll anything to...
No, I'll just say that you're able to dig underneath a little bit and put that you are able to cut off a branch or a root that weighs about 1 pound. And then someone can hold it.
I'll put it in the bag. It'll be safe there.
Your Arcana check, as you pull out the root, you sense magical evil properties.
And what about the flames?
You sense... Oh dear. Was that a
That's
child?
Molly. No, that's Molly. She freaks out. The little dog.
Okay, gotcha. I was concerned.
No, she's a little rescue dog.
Yeah. All right. So, what was your question?
Just anything about the flames at all?
You just feel vile necromancy coming from them. Sort of.
Okay.
Not as deep as Rixa. Rixa's necromancy was more tame than this. This is like pure evil.
Maybe we can take the root to Rixa.
Take 2 roots if we can. Take multiple roots.
Alright, I'll take one.
You can grab 3 roots that are all sort of tinted black.
Okay.
Tainted magic tree root?
Yeah, just put black tree root.
Can I have the roots, or what do you want to hold on to them? Because I was going to put in the bag.
One.
Okay.
I just took one, just in case.
Okay, I got 2 then in my bag. If you give me the other one, yeah.
Can be food, yeah, I guess, if you wanted to eat them.
I mean, it's...
So, as the fire continues to rage on, the tiny little saplings start to shrivel up as their life force is being sucked directly
Can we
from
save
them.
those saplings?
No, they're connected to the tree.
No.
I go up and hug the big tree.
So as you hug the big tree, he looks down and he shudders green.
Fucking tree hugger.
He says, I have seen your people, and they do this out of affection. But you do not know me. So why the connection?
We could have done better. I feel bad.
That is not your fault. This is not your home. But go and kill Auntie, and for that you'll atone. Yo, I'm coming up with these rhymes on the spot! Oh, man. Tony, what'd you call me? The next Kanye?
No, the Kanye of Boridil.
Is that
Okay.
Yes, okay.
So all
That's
of
the
these
correct word.
saplings and all of the mushroom people have shriveled up, and at this point, the giant sovereign sort of falls to one knee. It is my time to go. As he falls to his other knee, do not be afraid. Face Auntie head. He falls to all fours, and he shudders one last green, but it's very, very weak before finally he just falls and crumbles.
Okay. I go up and I collect the goblin's head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you never know.
We might want to show this to somebody as proof we killed this thing.
Yep.
And then I want to collect all the weapons and look at that vial, that cracked vial.
So you look at the vial, and whatever was inside of it has no trace among the glass, but it is definitely the reason that the flames became black.
Okay.
I would like to cut off the ear of the head goblin.
Jeffrey has the head of the goblin right now.
I put the head.
The ear, can I cut it? Can I cut it off?
Why do you want the ear?
Don't worry about it.
Never questioned your working.
Are you gonna eat it?
No,
You
I'm
might.
Not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna eat it. I wouldn't
Probably
go for the
turn
ear if I
into a
was gonna
necklace
eat
or
it.
something.
But I think Zyxi will want the full head.
Alright, I'll take a tooth.
You can have a tooth.
Alright, cool, I got it.
I already got
them
those
all.
canines.
Who wanted the full head?
Me. Yes.
So Dan, you look at the tree to try to understand, and the only thing you can tell is that whatever mist was put into that vial definitely created this, and it was made of pure necrotic energy. You've neither you, actually none of you in the party have ever really seen necromancy at work, besides when the wraith that you guys fought brought back some dead souls to fight for him. Other than that, this is your second taste of necromancy, so you're getting an understanding, well, I guess third if you count the helpers, but you're getting an understanding of just how powerful and pure this power is. Oh, the mushroom tree? The mushroom tree is pure ash right now. He crumbled. As most of the tree is also starting to fade and become ash from the flames. So
I collect some mushroom tree ash.
Okay, you can put just mushroom tree ash.
And the main tree, or is that the same thing?
You can put sovereign mushroom, or put big ass mushroom ashes and big ass tree ashes. But yeah, you can all take a vial if you do so desire.
And how many of these short bows and scimitars is there?
Oh wow.
There's a red hat,
Two short bows.
4 red hats, I might have made a mistake giving you that fucking bag. You're able to take 5 short bows and 5 scimitars, and that's it.
And the hats.
Sure, you can have 5 hats.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god.
Luckily, there's a way to destroy the bag, so.
Listen, these are shitty little things. I'm doing a service. You know, no one wants this. Just pawning it off.
Yeah.
Making a quick buck. That's all I'm doing.
Good. Good luck talking to Mildred. Your rolls better be high, boy. I'm just joking. Cause Jeet has wares if you have the coin.
How fun, Mildred. Know what's going on?
Mildred, no, Jeff was saying.
Yeah, you're gonna go in there and you're gonna peddle these wares.
So at this point, this is all we have for the session. So this is where we will conclude for now. When we pick up next time, we'll go over sort of what took place in this battle here.
Was there even a way to save this, or
there is no sound?
Oh, I turned it off. Are you talking? Oh,
if we hadn't stepped on the vial, that probably wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, in all honesty, the vial was there more as a placeholder, but since Tony stepped right on that spot with tremendous strength, he cracked it.
And gusto.
Yeah.
So if I just killed him, then would the little goblins?
If y'all would have been able to kill him before he blew the horn, because he didn't blow the horn until he got to half health. If everyone would have been able to focus him and get him, I think the entangle made it to where it was a little harder for y'all to get to him. But it did end up taking out a lot of those goblins to where they couldn't do anything. So it's kind of hard to tell what would have happened, because if the other goblins got a turn, they could have surrounded him to make him untargetable, and he would have still blown the horn.
I guess I could have done yield jump thing and thunderwave it from the middle.
It could have been a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, Bill, I did. Everything that's right here I wrote in Hawaii.
Okay.
So like while we were waiting to do stuff, or because Ingrid and Kirsten always slept until like 10 o'clock, I was just on my computer writing out the map details and what would happen. But this actually was... Most of this was improvised, so that was neat. But yeah, once the tree caught on fire, even though you had your gusts of wind, all of the goblins would have continued to burn it.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was worried about.
Yeah. If the goblins hadn't been able to get there, then you might have been able to save them all. But once it caught on fire, it was pretty much gone.
Okay. And me using Ray of Frost would have just been like a small area, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so this concludes it. I'll write up the story of what happened on this little part of the adventure. But yeah, we should be able to play next Sunday at normal time.
Experience?
No one leveled up yet.
Okay.
Even though you killed a bunch of stuff, goblins are only worth like 100 XP, and once you kill a goblin, it gets split 6 ways. So you can do math, but y'all need like 3k in order to level up next. You'll get there, don't worry. You'll get there. Alright, well, I'm outie, so you guys all take it easy, and we will see you next week.
Alright.
Alright, peace!
See you later.
Bye.
Alright, everybody, appreciate you coming out. Hopefully you had a good old time, and we will see you next week. Peace!